hoy.
What's up?
Just learning how to tug.
What are you guys doing? Yeah, that's from, is that from Curb?
That's a great episode.
Yeah.
Where Larry is eavesdropping on the private lesson.
Right.
And learning the technique, and the golf pro is unhappy.
Yeah.
You want the lesson?
Not paying.
He's not paying for it. Yeah, Larry just, his whole thing is he's eavesdropping on the lesson. Which is it's a savvy
And he calls
move.
him out on it, and he's like, "No, I'm just sitting here. I'm just resting, just sitting on the bench."
Haven't we all done that where someone's getting instruction? You're like, what's happening over there? Oh, yeah, you don't mean to, but you can't help it. You're at the range and someone's getting a tip. You're like, well, I need that tip. Believe me, we all need tips. Let's go.
Well, every once in a while you get a tip, and you're like, "Wow, that's really good."
Yeah,
and it works for you. It just clicks. And then other times,
nothing. Bupkis.
You don't want that. Like there are things you hear some instructors say, and you're just like, no, comprende.
Not for me.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Try it a different way. And they all say the same things, like 800 different ways.
Yeah, there's like
it's just which one resonates with your stupid brain.
There's like 4 things that you have to do in the golf swing, but there's a million ways to teach those 4 things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like post the leg. You know old Harold? Remember Harold Bluestein?
Yeah, I remember Bluestein.
Rest in peace.
Is he gone?
He left us, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he died of cancer.
Yeah, he used to do the golf show with one Jason Swigard.
Yeah, very knowledgeable golfman.
He was a great guy too.
Yeah, he was fun.
He's a little fella. Super nice.
Yeah, Harold was a little he could be a little he's like what would be the word?
He was very Keebler-like, but he was intense. He was feisty.
Yeah, he's tough. Yeah, feisty.
You know, like the little dog, you know, the little terriers, the Molly Tenjis, they think that they got big dog energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they feel like they have to really bow up in order to scare
that was Harold.
Scare people off.
He was a super nice guy though.
He would say post your leg. You know, it's like you don't want to sway.
Yeah.
You want to really that front leg.
And then it just turns. It's
and then you turn around. That's what you're supposed to do. Well, then just the other day I'm talking to somebody about golf and stupid golf and stupid golf. And they're like,
dumb.
It is dumb. As a matter of fact, I just bought a hat today that says "Golf sucks." I'll wear it one of these days.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh, and then he's like, "You want your front pocket to go back."
Front pocket.
It's the same thing. It's like it's the same as post the leg.
Post the leg.
Right? Your front pocket doesn't need to go forward.
Yeah.
You want the front pocket going back
that
that
makes
way.
sense.
Yeah. So it's the same.
Whichever one it competes in your brain.
But one time. Bruce out at Langdon, who's great, he told me it's like a serving tray because I'm a lefty.
Oh.
So my left hand, it's like a serving tray.
Yeah,
and boy, I tell you what, that did not work for me.
I've heard that one. You want to pretend like you're holding a thing of dishes.
I hated it. I said, Bruce, tell me that in a different way. Like, make it make sense some way else. And he did. Yeah. But the serving tray was...
That's that same way. I played offensive line for years, and... every O-line coach teaches the same 4 things, but they all have a different way of doing it and how they want to tell you to step, even though it's the exact same step. Anything you learn, it's all the same. It's just how it's communicated. Yeah. And the good ones can communicate in a way that makes sense to you. Or it's also why sometimes you need to play around and find someone that you speak their language. Because not every instructor works for every single person. Not every coach works for every single person.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty. Like the beauty of a golf instructor is not knowing the golf swing. They all know how to hit the ball. It's getting through to different brain types.
Yeah. Well, and
different learning types.
Well, that's kind of why too golf and I think baseball are both beautiful. Is
a beautiful game.
Yeah. Well,
that we hate so much. So much.
We're all trying to in golf. You're all trying to create the same impact, right? Like hands in front of the ball, all that. Compress the ball. It's all the same stuff. Baseball, right? Same thing. You watch, there's a million ways to get there, but you watch how someone contacts a baseball. It's all the same. It all looks the same once they contact it, but there's a million different ways to get there. And I find that fascinating.
It's like Jim Furyk.
Yeah.
Like Jim Furyk's swing didn't compute to anybody.
No.
But
it makes sense to him.
But at the end, he was in the same spot that all those guys were.
I've even heard that about our fearless leader, the Golden God. He has one of the ugliest swings.
Wait, who's the Golden God?
Oh, come on now. Our fearless leader, the POTUS.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he's got.
I thought you were talking about like the little general. Jed Fish gets me hot.
No.
Or
Our
Jed Fish.
Our own Jed Fish. No, He's got a big gold statue now, which
Yeah.
but he has
POTUS.
he has a really ugly golf swing, and yet he gets to the same spot every time. It's
a lot of people are saying it's pretty good.
That thing looks horrific.
A lot of people.
Best I've ever seen.
I don't think I've ever seen one better.
But it gets to the same spot.
Amazing the way I don't hear any applause
It
for
gets
that.
to impact. And I just think that's interesting. From Juan Franco to Gary Shetfield to Craig Biggio, you're all trying to get to the same spot, but boy, it looks different.
There's hot golf talk.
And baseball.
How do you feel about that? Yeah. It's hot.
You want to get into LeBron's down 3-0 in the playoffs? Because that's what they're doing on ESPN right now.
Yeah, they're always talking about the Lakers.
Yeah.
Again, constantly talking about the stupid Lakers.
Well, I want to talk about Bronny. Let's go.
You know what? Bronny missed a layup that would have, I think, pushed one of my bets.
Oh. Well, he only plays.
And I now hate him.
Well, you should because
they were down 18.
Yeah.
I think I got him at plus 16. Stupid me for taking the Lakers.
You gobbled prematurely.
I did. I was the points gobbler.
We've all
this
done
was
it.
game.
What was game? What 2, 3? They're down 3-0. So
maybe it was game.
Probably
3.
3.
Was it 3? Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, they were tied at halftime.
Yeah.
I want to say in game 3.
And then they, of course, they can't handle it when Oklahoma City cranks it up.
no.
And they got up by 18. And Bronny, wide open layup, junk time, or garbage time. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Missed it.
Well, he has become.
Cost me money.
He is their big tariff, aka the white flag.
Yeah, when he's in there, it's
when
over.
when Bronny comes in, and he plays like 2 minutes. I think that game I thought he played 4. But when he comes in, the white flag has been raised. And I can appreciate that. I like now finding each team's white flag. Like if you're on a team with Giannis, it's the brother. When the brother comes in, the white flag has been raised.
Yeah, we'll find out a lot about the Lakers tonight, I think.
Well, just roll over and die.
Right.
Like, what do
well,
you?
Philly did.
Yeah.
And sometimes teams don't. See, that's the thing is, they're not going to win.
No.
And everybody knows that, including them.
Yeah.
And the Sixers knew that, and so they were like, you can, whatever. Beat us by 40. We don't care. We.
Everyone wants to see some level of pride show up, which is why you get if you're going to get one, the team that's up 3-0 kind of doesn't really care, and then you get a prideful effort from the other side, and you end up with a victory, and then you roll over and die in Game 5. But something tells me that the Lakers may just roll over and just cockroach this bitch.
Well,
just be like, we're done.
Don't you think it'll say something about them if they don't? I mean, I think that'd be good. But I also wouldn't blame them if they lose by 30.
No.
I
also don't think, at this point, if you're trying to make any sort of assumptions about that old man who is...
I think the jury's out on LeBron.
The only reason they're there in the first place,
He's a little player.
Dude, that dude's 1,000 years old, and he single-handedly carried that sorry sack of dudes past the Houston Rockets. Like, what do you want him to do? And he's playing good against Oklahoma City. He's Jon Snow, but like 41 years old against a horde coming at him. Like, anyone trying to take a shot at that guy. And I don't like LeBron either, but my God. That's one of the sillier things that you could attempt to do at this point.
A few things I'm looking for from him. He hasn't shown me quite yet.
Hasn't shown you quite yet that he's got it.
Still got my eye peeled for a couple things. Gonna need from LeBron at what is he? 42?
I think he's 41.
41.
Yeah.
Man, he old.
All those guys are getting old. Steph's 38. I think Dame turns 37 this year.
Whoa.
I think he turns 37. I'll have to double check. Yeah, LeBron is 31. He'll turn 42 in December, but I think Dame turns 37 real quick. I mean, all those dudes are, they're closer to the end than they are at the beginning. I mean, I know Steve Kerr's coming back, and he's coming back because he's got $30 million left, but Steph Curry they got 2 more years, and that's just the retirement. Like, give me all the money tour. Like, none of that. That was Charles Barkley's whole thing is, you ain't winning a title when your team is comprised of 36, 37, and 38-year-olds. You're not doing it. At that point, you're trying not to embarrass yourself, and more importantly, you're trying to take as much money as you can.
I hate to give Draymond Green credit, but part of his answer, and it was the end of the answer.
It was pretty good.
When he was talking about Chuck and like not wanting to be like Chuck in Houston, which was awful. Part of his answer on that was actually quite good in a sense that he said, look, we kind of know that, but what you want to do is keep that pedigree and hopefully you can keep that in the franchise when we step away.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good answer.
Trying to pass the torch, which, by the way, usually doesn't happen. Usually after a run like that, you have to crater.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Lillard will turn 36 in July.
Look at you aging him.
By a year.
Ageist.
So he turns 36. But yeah, there is that idea that you try to have some continuity. But when was the last time? And I'm being dead serious. In any sport where you had a run, a dynasty run, where you won more than one title, and then you had I'm not even saying seamless, just a decent transition to the next go round. It just doesn't. That's not the way sports work, because when you're in that window, you kind of sacrifice all the future stuff for right now. I mean, I was like Indiana, right? Indiana's getting killed for losing the number 5 pick because they were like, look, we're in a window now and we got to trade, and they went out and got a center. And like when you're in that window, you push all your chips in, and then when that doesn't work, or it does work, and then you get to the end of that run, you kind of have to hit the reset button. I mean, the Bulls did it, the Lakers did it, the Spurs did it. I'm trying to think what other dynasties we've had really in the NBA, but all of those, even if it's not a dynasty, even if it's just your window, the Celtics, when they had theirs with Garnett and those guys, like then they all got shipped off to New Jersey. You have to hit the reset button. And, you know, Draymond it was a classy thing to say as far as trying to help the franchise move along. But when Steph and Draymond are gone, that thing, the payroll will be decimated. Steve Kerr will leave. You'll go get a coach who's never coached before because you don't want to pay him. And it's just going to be a giant reset, and you're going to have to be bad for 2 or 3 years, and hopefully you end up with a Wembanyama sort of situation.
Yeah. Dallas, I'm not saying, because I've been racking my brain here trying to think of examples, and I can't think of any.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
It's so hard.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Dallas, they traded Luka, which was dumb.
Yeah.
But then stumbled into Cooper. So they could maybe turn it around fairly quickly, although
they're rat ass right now though too. I mean, they're terrible.
Yeah. And they got the 9 pick, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
So not great.
Yeah.
But they got flat. I don't know, man.
Yeah, someone pointed out, and believe me, they went through a little bit of a swoon, but someone said that's what's so impressive about John Schneider. Schneider, that is impressive because, yes, they were not a championship level team, but they did not crater. They transitioned from the dominant defenses to the Russell Wilson teams, and they were good. Not great, but good. And then they transitioned away from Russ, and they had, 3-ish years where they won 8-9 games, borderline playoff team, didn't make it, but they were always that 8-9 win team. And then here we go. Turned it around in a couple years under a new head coach. And yeah, but even that's a dip, but that's a really good transition from
close.
That's close.
Well, you lost your coach and your quarterback.
Yes.
And you swapped those out. So you had 7-10 was the worst. Then they went 9-8, 9-8.
Yeah.
And Carroll was out of there.
Yep.
So
and then 2 years under McDonald, and that's an impressive job. But even that may be as good as you could possibly do, and that still had a 4 to 5 year window where you were like, ew. Like in no way were you anywhere near being a contender. It just can't happen, and it will be weird, but. Golden State, wasn't it Barkley that pointed out, is it 4 straight years where they haven't made it out of the first round? So I hate to tell that was kind of Chuck's point is Golden State, seamless transition. You've already made the transition. You stink. You have been irrelevant for 4 years. And next year, my guess is you will probably be irrelevant again. Because at that age, I mean, you can bring Jimmy Butler back. You can go out and, let's say old ass LeBron goes there, but ain't no one getting healthy at 37, 38, 40, 41 years old. You don't get in better shape.
That is not accurate.
What?
They've been so in the last 4 years.
Yeah, what have they done? Because I thought that was Barkley's point is they've been out for the last 4 years.
Well, they've been out of like the championship run, but they were in the West semis twice in the last 4 years.
Okay.
So they won a series in 2 of the last 4 years.
Okay, that's not as bad then as he was kind of alluding
But I think
to.
his point was...
You're not anywhere near being a
they
contender.
weren't contending.
Okay.
1 year they beat the Kings
Oh, yeah.
in the first round. Remember
And
that?
last year they beat the Rockets.
Or the Rockettes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
So,
Hey, something.
Yeah, they're showing signs.
There's signs for that?
I don't know.
Where's that sign pointing, by the way?
Well, Curry needs to stay healthy.
Well, again, I think that's kind of the point of it. At some, and this is my thing with Lillard. Look, I'm fired up that Lillard's back, and I think it's cool that he's going to finish his career here. But a 36-year-old guy coming off an Achilles tear that didn't play much defense in the first place, just be careful putting all the eggs in the Damian Lillard solves what ails you basket.
You're a loser.
It's going to be awesome to see him back. Let's all temper some expectations, just a little bit.
Yeah, this is kind of a little curtain call. It's kind of nice to have him.
But I like curtain calls. I don't mind those.
He'll be fine.
I would rather Lillard have his curtain call here than to see the weird,
It's not an old man curtain.
No, it is not.
But to expect him to be the same is not smart.
And that's when you wonder, when does it become the old man curtain call? Because he's got, 2 years left on the deal?
Yeah.
Is that it? Or does he stick around after that? Because then you might get into the weird old man curtain call. And
coming off the bench.
Well, and what do you have to pay him? Already when you're 36 and 37, we're not paying him much because right now it's nothing because of the Milwaukee deal. But, just be wary paying old guys on the back end of their career is big money. That's usually not indicative of great things. See Golden State.
Well, it's good to be back on the airwaves after a really long, hard weekend of celebrating our moms.
Did you have a hard weekend, did you?
No.
That perfect weather?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Moms everywhere, hopefully, were taken care of.
I'd like to personally thank all your moms. Go moms.
By our listeners. So
hopefully you made a Instagram post that your mom will never see, but then it tries to convince other people that you're a good person.
Steven, did you do that?
No, I don't have Instagram anymore. So if I did, I probably would have.
Those are
not for my mom, but for Coach Vaughn.
Those are my favorite ones, though, by far.
You have to.
Is your mom on Instagram? Well, no, but
yeah,
I need people to know that I love my mom. It's not enough for me just to love her. No, gotta put that out there into the universe.
Well, it is a major week. We've got the PGA Championship this week.
Is it?
Yeah, let's go. Going outside of Philly this week.
The PGA Tour, or the PGA Championship, to me is the Australian Open. Is it a major? Sure.
By definition.
Is it a major that anyone really cares about? And you can tell, was it the Wanamaker Trophy?
Yeah.
Aren't we overcompensating a little bit with that thing?
We'll have to look it up.
Have you seen the size of that? I think the PGA Championship knows where it goes in the kind of the level category, and they're overcompensating with the size of that thing.
It's a big one.
Yeah, I know. That's like...
I've never noticed that, really.
It's enormous. And again, that's just...
Yeah, substantial.
Yeah, the British Open doesn't have to try to flex with that, because it's the freaking Open Championship.
Don't they have a little candy-ass gobbler or something?
The claret jug.
Oh, the claret jug. Yeah, that's right.
It's a little jug.
Yeah, all right. Well, listen, it's still a major, damn it.
It's real to me. It's a
major to me.
It's real to me.
And there's your Brad Boxberger opening prattle.
Oh, I loved it.
Kind of a sportsy prattle today, huh?
That was a sportsy prattle with a mix of your mom.
Your mom. God, those never get old. We'll start with the Frank Gay, the elbow heard around the world. Next.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Spurs center Victor Wembanyama. He will not face any other punishment after he was ejected with a flagrant 2 foul in Game 4 of the Spurs-Timberwolves series. Wembanyama elbowed Naz Reid right in the face, looked to be on purpose, but he will not be fined, nor will he be suspended. According to Shams Charania of ESPN, the Milwaukee Bucks, they are open for business on trade calls for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Of course, last week, co-owner Jimmy Haslam said they want to figure out the situation by the NBA draft, which is 6 weeks away. And speaking of the NBA draft, the Wizards, they came away with the number 1 overall pick in that draft in the lottery over the weekend. Missouri Tigers running back Ahmad Hardy was shot at a concert in Mississippi early Sunday morning. He is in stable condition following surgery. Hardy, really good player, rushed for over 1,600 yards, first team All-SEC a season ago. And Justin Herbert gets another target. Chargers have agreed to terms with former Cleveland Browns tight end David Njoku, 1-year deal worth up to $8 million. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
All right, please have you along. Let's get into the weekend that was in That's sports.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I saw an ad real quick. Actually, no, we're not. You know what? Let's not do that.
Oh, really?
Well, let's do it.
Boy, because you just squirreled hard and
I
then
did.
you tried to pull it back on course.
Well, it's not going to take long.
Okay. That
I
means
just-
it's going to take a while.
It
but-
popped into my head, and I mean, there's no topic or anything. It's just, have you seen? So there's a drug called Vigart.
Vigart.
Yeah, and So I saw an ad for this drug.
Okay.
And the spokesperson is Monica Seles.
Okay. I remember.
Do you remember Monica
Yeah.
Seles?
Yes. I know this is terrible because she was an amazing tennis player, but I just remember her for getting stabbed.
Yeah. Right. Well, it was a very memorable moment. Very scary.
I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it in all of sports. Anyone else someone had attempted murder in the middle of a sporting event?
So if you Google Monica Seles Vigart ad, I want you to watch it.
Okay, Seles
And you don't need sound on.
Vigart.
Vigart, I think. Vigart or something? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't even know what the drug is. But tell me that if she doesn't say right out of the gate, "Hi, I'm Monica Seles," that you think that's Monica Seles.
I'm trying to find this ad. And it's not popping up.
Well, maybe Google image Monica Seles Vigart. I'm telling you, have you seen her lately?
No, but I know what she looks like. I mean, she has a very distinct face.
Well,
Really?
I think you need to see this. This is why I bring it up.
Okay,
I would not have recognized her.
let's see what we got going on here. Oh,
And she looks great.
that's Monica Seles?
She looks great. Yes, that's Monica Seles.
No,
It doesn't look anything like her.
nothing like her.
Now, listen.
We could have been here.
Yeah.
We could have been here for an hour
Let me see the one you're looking at.
while
Let me see the photo.
I guessed who that was, and I wasn't coming up with it. I mean, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Looks nothing like her.
Look at the Vigart ad, though, because she doesn't even have blonde hair anymore. And it's almost like red, reddish, dark.
Yeah, I see it here. It's darkish.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
She kind of has a.
She looks great.
She kind of has a Sandra Bullock. This is going to sound really bad, but the two things that popped in my mind, and don't ask me how I know, she's got a little Sandra Bullock and she's got a little Bonnie Blue going on. That's not.
Wait, who's Bunny Blue?
Well, you should look her up. That, boy, I don't know what to make of that. Clearly, there's been a lot of work.
Don't look her up, Rob.
Nah, you might.
You might get fired.
Yeah, I wouldn't look that up.
I actually know who that is now that you mention it.
yeah,
'Cause isn't she the one that?
Yeah,
She's
she's
slept with a million people at a
gross.
time.
She's gross.
she's big fans of young men and lots of them.
Yeah, Celis. Okay, so what I want to say is Celis looks great, but you would never recognize her, which is exactly why right at the top of the ad she says, "Hi, I'm Monica Celis." I'm like, wait, that's not Monica Celis. And then you look at her and you go, "Wow!" It takes you about 3 minutes of Google imaging to really go, "Okay, I guess that is her." But yes, remember she used to have, her. Well, she's clearly worked on her nose and cheeks and such.
Yes.
So that's why, like, her defining features from when she was younger, when you remember her, are nothing like they are now.
Well, it's a little weird. Like, remember, like, Jennifer Grey from all those 80 movies, like Dirty Dancing and, like, Red Dawn? She did that same thing. It's like, when you have a distinct nose, especially, and you get that changed.
Yes.
You look like a completely different person.
Right. And she has different hair color.
Yes.
And she's lost weight, and she looks great. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out.
Now, I also knew this about Monica Seles. Do you know who she's married to?
I do not.
Because I'm sure he has a wonderful personality. She is married to an 85-year-old billionaire.
Oh.
It's, yeah.
You know who Celis kind of looks like in that ad? She looks like Celine Dion.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what she looks like now.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't have to worry because old Tom, her husband, he's a fat old man, but he's a fat old man worth $5 billion. But again, I'm sure.
Hey, she went through a lot, okay?
I'm sure that he is a wonderful human being, and Monica Seles just fell in love. What was the Davis one? Who's the Raiders owner?
Mark Davis.
Mark Davis, who, when he tried to say that his hot 22-year-old model girlfriend fell in love with his smile.
Yeah. Well, he does have a very nice smile.
She didn't even know that I was rich. She just fell in love with my personality and my smile and my haircut.
Well, he doesn't look rich, to be honest.
Something tells me that she was in Las Vegas and very well knew who he was. If you've seen her and then you've seen him, the smile. Although the lies we tell ourselves. So, hey, whatever works. Now, that guy got Monica Seles, so good for him.
Okay, now to the Frank Gay segment of the day.
And you said we weren't going to get to that.
I told you.
Yeah, you weren't going to show me that and then just have me be like, oh.
Well, it popped into my head.
I'm still having a hard time processing it.
Yeah, it's wild.
And by the way, you can see the transition like in photos.
Yeah, you can.
It was a little cut here, a little cut here, and then she
looks like a totally different person.
Yes.
And as somebody on the text line correctly points out, remember, she is linked to Paul Allen. They dated.
So she has a type.
Yes,
awkward,
rich.
out of shape billionaires.
Yeah, she likes the richies.
Would you at all feel bad if you had the ability to just snag yourself just old, crusty, big lady billionaires? Would you at all feel bad?
Like Jodes?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm married.
Good. Well, you're not married.
I'm married, Jace.
Okay, well, something happens to the lovely Nurse Nice.
Ah, rest in peace.
Could you, I mean, look, we all know what's going on.
Bye,
but she's nice enough to you. She treats you well, and she keeps you in pretty things, and you don't need the money. You're doing okay. You've got your own career, but you're not worth $6 billion.
I mean, I think at this stage in my life, I probably could.
Maybe not in your younger days, but like right now?
Well, I don't know. I mean, she would want nothing to do with me. I mean, look at me.
Well,
in the event that did occur, I'd be like, I could handle it. I mean, it wouldn't be rough, would it?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you wouldn't at all feel guilty that you are just.
I think I would feel.
You know why you're there.
No, I would feel less guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if my wife passed, I would feel guilty dating someone else and actually loving them or whatever. Yeah. Whereas this is clearly an arrangement. I don't feel guilty about that at all. I don't love her at all. I love her money.
That's true.
It's a ticket to the end, babe.
Yeah. It's a hell of a dating.
I'm doing it for you.
It's a hell of a resume though, going from Paul Allen to this guy. Although going from Paul, who was worth like 30, to this guy that's worth 6, do you think she's really $6 billion? $6 billion, Tom?
Maybe she couldn't handle the $30 billion lifestyle.
It was a bit too much.
It can be a lot.
She couldn't handle the octopus. She had to go to a much smaller yacht. Like this guy only has like a $300 million yacht.
Maybe she knows a lot.
Tom Golisano? I don't know, is this guy?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, now to the Frank Gay segment. Come on.
I kind of want to see you now, an old rich lady. I don't know why. I picture you with a really deep tan, a lot of high-end, a lot of time on the golf course.
Yeah.
Fedoras are being worn.
Yeah.
And then, like, around the house, you just, like, in a silk robe, open, and then, like, a Speedo. And she just, like, makes you parade around.
I feel like the old rich ladies will dress you. Like you don't get to choose.
No,
it's
that's like a Ken doll sort of thing.
Jeeves went out and bought this for you. You're going to wear it. All right.
I don't know why.
You get told what to do.
I can see you living that life and just,
Let's go.
Nice country.
It's not the worst life.
No, it's not.
It's not great, but it's not the worst. I mean, no.
Like I said, I think it would be easier at this age because I don't have to worry about anything else.
Yeah.
Love or otherwise.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not...
You just roll up your sleeves every now and then and get it done.
You know how people sometimes say, well, if I lost my spouse, I will never...
Sure.
Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
So this would be that. It would be like...
But with a better golf membership.
Yeah, better clothes.
Right, you get perks. You're fed all the time. You have a schedule that you're probably on it. You're not gonna
right.
do.
And all I have to do is a feelingless session or two with an old lady. I'm fine with that.
It's probably gonna feel all right. I mean,
occasionally you have to give her an average wienering and you're good to go.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be your best effort.
God, Sukanic.
I don't know why I can picture you being a male gigolo, but I'm kind of here. I don't want anything bad to happen to Nurse Nice, but God forbid if it did, I would like to see you in a gigolo state. I think it would be great.
Be bad. All right, now to the Frank Gay segment. God.
Maybe some ascots. What a sweater.
The studio audience is fired up today. So did you see, so I'm sure you saw Wemby's pointy elbow.
That was pretty good.
Hit the face of, was that Naz Reid?
Naz Reid.
Yeah. Can I tell you how much I like Naz Reid after these playoffs?
A lot.
Well, I love the veterans that just do the dirty work.
And mixes up a little bit.
He's awesome.
I love that guy.
Playing on a bum ankle.
Yeah, he's just good.
Yeah.
He's just good.
Not scared of anybody.
No.
The whole T-Wolves team just wants to fight everybody.
Well, I'll tell you what. That's a nice elbow. I mean,
it was a good
hey,
contact.
If you're going to get thrown out, which, by the way, I mean, come on, Wemby. How dumb can you be? That's classic. Like, you piss off the best player. And Wemby didn't even do anything good to get the other guy thrown out, too. But, boy, I'll tell you what. That is Top Gun, locked on target, radar lock, good tone fire. I was impressed.
It was definitely not incidental.
No, but at the same time, if you're Wemby, you got to put him down. Couldn't have been that good an elbow. He got back up.
Well, but if it were a little higher, it might have knocked his ass out. He got lucky.
That thing was
Dude,
nasty.
that was a mean elbow.
Yeah. Luckily, it caught him in the neck and not the temple or the jaw.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, if it were a little higher, Naz Reid might be dead.
And if he breaks his jaw or something like that, breaks an eye socket, then Wemby is not just gone for that game. Look, he would have been suspended for multiple games. The saving grace for Wemby is, one, they don't want to suspend him for multiple games, and two, Nas kept playing. But a lot of times they will adjudicate based on what happens in the injury, and luckily nothing did. There's no way if Naz Reid has a facial fracture and is out that Wemby is playing in Game 5 and maybe even 6 and 7.
Yeah, they were roughing him up pretty good, and he just lost it.
Well, did you see early in the series where Naz Reid sent him into the third row?
Yeah, they're getting after him.
Well, and the coach look, he had his weird multicultural Elon Musk had Wemby's back.
Yeah, Mitch. Well, yeah, it's his player.
No, but I mean,
Mitch Johnson.
I was surprised that he went that hard into the paint for Wemby.
Yeah, he kind of went
I feel like
above and beyond almost.
Well, I feel like Mitch is a little high T.
He also knows, hey, I got to keep Wemby on my good side.
Yeah.
Exactly.
True. Yeah.
His whole earnings.
Like, I'll take a quick fine.
Yeah.
For you.
Look,
rely on
Wemby. And I'm not saying you can't do what Wemby did, but it always drives me nuts in the NBA. And I get that he's not Shaq, but this happens to every guy that's physically dominant. They let people beat him up. Alex Caruso, the Alex Carusos of the world.
Lou Dort. The entire Timberwolves team.
Dude, just like Naz Reid's running down the court and he just literally drills Wemby from behind. And this was in San Antonio, so it was game 1 or 2. I think it was game 1. And it sends Wemby just absolutely flying. How is that not a flagrant? How is that not worth an ejection? So for these guys, it's like, I hate that the NBA, and this is what Johnson was talking about, what the coach was talking about. He goes, at some point, it's kind of embarrassing that the NBA lets the other team basically beat up the guy simply because he's a physically dominant player. And he said, look, I'm happy my guy took it into his own hands, because if they won't protect him, he will. Now, you can't be throwing elbows like that, but there is an element of truth in what he was saying.
Yeah. It's like the more you bump, like the same guy could bump Shaq super hard.
Yeah.
And then bump, I don't know, Damian Lillard at the same rate.
Yeah.
Lillard goes flying, Shaq doesn't move.
Yeah, and so
one's a foul, one isn't.
Yes.
It's true. It's like kind of how you can handle.
Yeah. And it's kind of Bush, because then if the big guy flops or flails, then we all get pissy at him. Or if he complains, we get pissy at him. But for those guys, I do have sympathy, even though some of them are, the Jokic's of the world. Wemby's kind of a whiner, obviously, too, and he's a flailer. But I do feel some sympathy for those guys, because they're allowed, especially if you are a small guy. If it's another big playing him, it's a little bit different. But so many of these teams now deploy the smaller guys at him, and they just sit there and throw elbows and hit him in the low back and in the ribs and get up underneath him all game long, and there's no recourse to it.
Shocking that he snapped. All right, we'll continue with Wemby talk and NBA playoff talk coming up next in Multnomah Mac on The Fan. talking about Wemby, and that was a pretty mean elbow to Naz Reid there.
Look, if you're going to get suspended, get your money's worth. I don't know, coach.
Well, he's not getting suspended.
No, but he got kicked out.
Yeah, wasn't it funny that he didn't know that he got kicked out?
Yeah,
when they called a flagrant 2.
Yeah,
because if you didn't see it, he was on the bench as they were reviewing it, and they came back with clearly a flagrant. Everybody was like, "Dude, that's going to be a flagrant 2." So he gets kicked out, and he looks up at I think it was that Harrison Barnes. He looks up at and he goes, "What does that mean?"
Did I do that?
That was a little weird.
He said, "What does that mean?" Like he doesn't know what a flagrant 2 means.
Means your ass is gone.
Yeah, and so then Barnes kind of whispers to him.
Yeah, and then he pointed. He's like, "I'm out." Okay, I mean, Jake, all right.
And then he's like, "All right."
Hey,
and then he just gets up and walks out.
Yeah. To be fair, like San Antonio should have won that game without him, and they've played. I love how whenever he's out, the Spurs like, we're used to it.
Do you think he should have been suspended?
Boy,
I have a very strong.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, there's no way he should be suspended.
Oh,
no way he should be suspended.
Right.
I think a lot of people think he should be.
I think a lot of people think he should be or fine. I don't care about what. Fine, whatever, doesn't matter. But suspension, no way.
Why?
Because this is his first time offense, and a lot of times in the NBA, you are going to get the benefit of the doubt if it's your first time. Also, people are putting out arguments of different elbow events that have happened in the season. Earlier this year, Don McClain did the same exact thing to a guy on Memphis, Max Prosper. No fine, no suspension, flagrant 2, he's out. Same exact thing. Yeah. He just elbowed him on purpose, got kicked out of the game, nothing. So everyone's saying, if this was if this was Mason Plumlee or this was some random white guy on the end of the bench, he'd be fine to suspend it. No, he wouldn't. It's the same thing. It's his first offense. He's been getting hit the entire time. I do think that has to play into it some. He was getting absolutely hammered on that rebound by 2 different guys.
Yeah.
So I think that the fact that it's his first time, he was getting hammered. There's been instances where guys have done the same thing, no suspension. I don't think it should be suspended at all. I don't think it should have been a consideration, really.
Oh, it's interesting because, most people you do see going the other way. But I've heard that from multiple people that are, again, way more tied into the NBA.
Kendrick Perkins said that Naz Reid could have died.
No.
I'm not joking. He said if he hit him a little higher, he could have died.
So if you go back, so this is one of those things, and in sports talk radio that a lot of people have a huge opinion on, and then you just look at it and you go, I don't know. Yeah. This is one that I will say, I don't know.
That would be me.
I could see it either way because that was clearly intentional.
It wasn't good.
Blatant. But at the same time, you make great points. The one thing that I would maybe push back and say, did you see the Ron? And they brought it up on the broadcast. Did you see the Ron Artest elbow to James Harden back in the day?
Yeah.
It's the same elbow.
The same Ron Artest that fought an entire crowd?
And that's what they were saying.
And by the way, he got 7 games.
Yeah.
No, but there was a difference, though. Wemby was going for a rebound. Ron Artest made a shot, went back, went out of his way to elbow James Harden in the head.
Yeah.
I have heard multiple people say
Wemby was at least going for a rebound.
And the NFL does this too, right? A lot of people do. It is the history plays a role. If you are a repeat offender, it's the Draymond Green thing.
Draymond had a comment as well on Twitter. He's like, you guys have wanted me out of the league for less.
Yes. If you are someone that continues to do this, if you're someone that does the putting your foot underneath someone so they're there's a difference between someone that is constantly pushing the boundaries. Dylan Brooks is going to get treated different. Draymond Green and those guys are going to get treated differently than Wemby. Now, if this is a pattern of behavior, then something to think about down the road. But when I started hearing that, I kind of came around to the idea of, all right. And the other one too is Naz Reid didn't die. And I stand by this. Had Naz Reid had his face split in half, if that elbow he starts bleeding, if that opens up, if you ever watch, the UFC, elbows are some of the nastiest things in the world. They're razor blades. If that opens up a 8-inch gash above his head and we see the blood everywhere, he's suspended.
I agree with that.
If he breaks 100%. His eye, if he breaks his jaw, he is suspended. But he didn't. So to say that it could have happened, well, it didn't. And then therefore, I think it's the playoffs. He's a first-time offender. You'll let him go. But I do think that he needs to be aware that every team that they're going to play from here on out, if I'm the coach, I am telling everybody, you are up in his business. The NBA is going to be watching him. So you throw the elbow, you get in there, you give him the knee to the ass. You constantly are going to be chopping to that guy more so. And it's on Wemby. you're just going to have to take it. You proved your point that you're willing to fight back. You're not a bitch. I think there's some of that too, is I'm not going to get pushed around. I'm going to be a tough guy. You proved your point. Now you have to keep your cool. And if you want to shut someone up, then you bounce them in the playoffs. And then at the end of the day, you can flip them the bird. You can't let yourself have this.
It's the Jordan thing back in the 80s with the Pistons. They just beat him up and he just had to take it.
Yes.
And then he finally got over the top. San Antonio may just have to find some guy to intervene and say, look, I'll take this cheap shot for you, Wemby. Like, you can't be doing this. I will go hammer somebody.
Exactly.
Harrison Barnes.
Yes. Go find
Plumlee. Hey, Biombo, get out there.
Go find someone on the bench.
What about Olenek?
Yeah.
He doesn't wear socks.
He has pointy elbows.
You need to tell him to put on some socks and not wear his.
Kelly, get your socks on tonight. You're going in.
Hey, we're not wearing the Skechers no-shows today. We're going to need some socks on. And Kelly, we're going to go in there and we're sending a message. Go throw an elbow.
Well, between Wemby and Castle, they are showing their youth a little bit. You can get under their skin. And that's honestly, based on what we've seen of the Spurs, that's really kind of the only blemish they've shown so far.
Yeah.
Is you can rile them up. I would imagine they learn from this and get better. Although, now that Wemby has done this once, okay, what happens when he does it again?
Yeah.
Because he's gonna get roughed up. He just is. It's the only way to even remotely try to handle him.
Gobert knows he's going to just beat him up. Julius Randle is going to go at him every time.
Yes.
You guys are right. Like, the T-Wolves are not going to back down. They will not only they'll do it again. They'll do it even harder.
They're going to turn it up.
2 times as much.
Yeah. They don't care about fouls.
No.
And honestly, even
have to lose?
if someone like Naz Reid gets kicked out too, and it turns into a scrum match, cool.
We'll take that trade.
That's a win. There's not a single player, except maybe Ant, that they wouldn't just in a second trade for Wemby. It's the old, I'm sacrificing my my queen to take out, or my rook or whatever to take out your queen in chess. The only one that Minnesota can't afford is Ant. Outside of that, you get an opportunity, you go at him.
Because once Wemby got kicked out, guys, it was a 9-point swing on the point spread.
Yes,
San Antonio was 4.5-point favorites. As soon as he got kicked out, Minnesota flipped to a 4.5.
Well, and how many times did Minnesota?
Wait, did they cover?
They did. Well,
they won by.
Yeah, they covered. They covered the initial live spread.
How many times?
Because San Antonio was favored going in the game.
There is a difference in the way anyone, including the Blazers, when Wemby is not in the game, even when Cornette's in, you can attack the rim in ways that you don't even think about when he's in the middle.
It's a completely different game. Yeah. But wait, did they change the? Did they cover the live spread once?
Yes, yeah, they did with the end of the game. Because I think they won by 5.
Did they win by 5?
I think they won by 5.
Yeah, San Antonio was chucking up a bunch of shots to cover the spread, and they didn't miss, and they didn't make it.
109, 114. So
I got to tell you, I still don't find Wemby hateable. I'm still not there with him. I know a lot of people are. They think he's a jerk, and
I thought Dirt had a hernia today, yelling about Wemby. I'm with you. I don't find the Spurs. I
actually kind of like the way he goes about his business.
Yeah.
But I can see how he could easily get frustrated, and I don't know. I don't find him hateable.
What is happening?
And I'm not really sure why people do.
French.
Is that what it is?
I can see a little bit, but I personally, I have not reached that point with the Spurs. I find myself pulling for San Antonio.
I do too. I like the fact that he stood up for himself.
Yeah.
He's not going to take this.
Like you take
this elbow.
Yeah, he's not soft.
No. I just don't like that you can't.
He's got to be smarter.
You got to be smarter. But I appreciate the F this. Look, I'm throwing back.
Did you like Dylan Harper's face?
That's the best part of that whole thing.
Great meme.
Oh no.
Pikachu meme. That meme will last.
Yeah, that'll go into the lexicon.
And there is Multnomah Mac. Guys, God, we've already done an hour. Slow down. What is happening?
It's funny you just said that. So I clicked on Twitter, and it refreshed, and guess what popped up? It was the Harper face. That was like the computer is listening to you. That was the first thing that someone reposted. Harper's face, just a big close up of it.
That's how you know it was bad when other players are like, "Oh,
we've all been there."
Oh,
yeah, and he's a young guy. He was looking at that like, "Oh."
When your sibling says something to your mom, and the dad's coming in or whatever, everyone's like, "Oh, crap!" Yeah,
you get squirrelized.
Yep. Oh, what? That's happening.
You know that squirrel that's looking like. Dun, dun. All right, up next in the Points Gobbler, let's look at the rest of the NBA playoffs.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Stone Creek Golf Club, Oregon's best public course under $100. StoneCreekGolfClub.net. First on the Fan, Spurs star center Victor Wembanyama. He will not face any other punishment after he was ejected in Game 4 of their series for elbowing Naz Reid right in the face. No fine, no suspension, just that flagrant 2 foul. And according to Shams, Milwaukee Bucks are open for business on trade calls for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Last week, co-owner Jimmy Haslam said they want to figure out that situation by the NBA draft, which is 6 weeks away. And speaking of the draft, the Washington Wizards came away with the number 1 overall pick in the draft lottery over the weekend. Missouri Tigers running back Ahmad Hardy, he was shot at a concert in Mississippi early Sunday morning. He is in stable condition following surgery. Hardy, first team All-SEC last season. And Justin Herbert got a new target. Chargers, they've agreed on terms with former Browns tight end David Njoku, 1-year deal worth up to $8 million. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
write this down. It really helped.
Prime time on 105.1 FM and 1080 AM. The Fan.
All right, welcome back. It's time for the Points Gobbler. You know, I'm toying with an idea.
What you got?
I'll run this by you guys. What do you think about the Points Gobbler every day being college football?
A specific gobbling of college football?
Yeah, so people know.
Is there enough to gobble in college football on a day-to-day basis?
I have a lot of college football stuff in my notes here.
Okay.
And oftentimes it's not too pressing because it's May.
Yeah, understand.
What do you think?
Well, that's 20 minutes, though.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be.
We gobble for 20 minutes.
We can talk about Monticello's for 5 of it.
Well, on Mondays, it's Stockwatch.
Oh, that's true.
You know, it's long.
Yeah.
But that's only about 10 minutes, so you can still do a 5-minute segment on college football.
Yeah, right at 4 o'clock. Tune into the Gobbler for some.
I do love to gobble some points in college football. I tell you what,
that is true.
The people need their Gobbler, and they need their college football talk. I don't know.
There's college football news.
There's always college football news.
It's
the mini NFL now.
Yeah, that is.
That's what I'm saying.
Lane Kiffin's always doing something to piss someone off, or Saban spouting off.
All right, so listen. Here's what I'll do.
All right.
No promises, okay? But I'm going to try to do some college football in the Points Gobbler.
Yeah.
Every day.
All right. It's going to be a fine effort. I don't know if you'll get there every day, but I appreciate the effort.
By June, he's done.
He's like,
Yeah, we'll see.
July 1st, he's like, whatever.
Yeah.
The DeAndre Ayton of show planning. He's
Man,
like,
did you see that commercial with Monica Seles? She looks hot. Let's talk about that.
Hey, I love college football. I can't wait. I made a futures bet over the weekend.
Did you really?
I did.
What you got?
I'm not going to tell you. Okay, I bet on Oregon.
To win the whole thing?
Yep.
To win the whole damn thing.
I did. Huh? And I know I'm a homer. Huge Duck fan here.
Yeah, clearly.
As you guys know. But
what kind of odds? Odds are we gobbling?
They're looking at plus 950 right now.
Oh.
And I thought that was considering their quarterback, their talent.
Yes.
The lumps that they've taken the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's not a bad.
The schedule's going to make it so they'll get into the playoff.
They're in the playoff no matter what.
That's the thing is you got to get to at least the dance.
Well, listen, here's the thing. What made me pull
matchup based.
What made me pull the trigger on it was I was looking at the odds and Texas was like plus 500 and the Ducks were plus 950. I'm like, those should be the same. Like why?
Texas is the overwhelming favorite right now.
Yeah, and again, how many times are we going to do this with Texas?
Boy,
we did it last year.
I'll tell you right now, on paper.
Exactly.
To me, Oregon has a better team than Texas does.
Well, this is what I'm saying. So why is Oregon 950? I think that's just perception of talent. And Oregon is as talented as they've ever been.
Yes.
And they have a seasoned quarterback who's possibly ready to pop. Like there's nothing to hate about what Oregon's got.
I am a little surprised that you're telling me that you're getting almost twice the odds with Oregon than you are with Texas.
Here, I'll look up the latest. I'll show you.
Because both are getting into. Although Texas last year didn't get in,
right.
Oregon is getting in. Like they're just.
You have to lose 3 games.
You have to lose 3 games.
Like Texas lost 3 games, they didn't get in.
And honestly, if you lose 3 games, you still have a chance. You need some help, but it's just Oregon's in. Oregon is getting in. And
there's not 2 losses on that schedule.
I wouldn't think so. No. The only 2 questions you have about Oregon are, the O-line is a question, and then it's the coach effect. Does having 2 new coordinators, an offensive coordinator that some people like Dave Bartu is not a fan of. Other than that, there just isn't question marks on this team.
Ooh.
It is as talented a team as there is in the country.
So it's changed.
Okay.
So right now there are 3 teams at plus 700.
So you moved the line, huh?
I think I did. With my big.
So you gobbled appropriately,
dude.
Well, it's Oregon's down a little bit, but Indiana, Ohio. Let's see, Indiana, Texas, and Notre Dame are the favorites at plus 700.
Sure.
Ohio State is the favorite at plus 650. Then those 3 at plus 700, and then comes Oregon plus 850 now. So
they've gone down a little bit. So you got it.
950.
You got in on the right side.
And Texas was 500.
Yeah.
So
you got in on the right side because those numbers will go down. I'll bet you as the season gets closer and
it's pretty wide open.
Yes, but as people start talking, I'll bet you Oregon's odds. You will not get 950 again. You did well.
Okay, well there you go. There's your Points Gobbler college football for the day. How about that? You ready for Stockwatch over there? We got to get some more NBA playoffs too. We got a lot more to talk about, including my Knicks, who cannot be stopped.
No, they cannot.
But we got Stockwatch. We're ready for Stockwatch.
It's Primetime Stock Watch. What's all the hype? Are Isaac and Suk buying it or calling BS and unloading it fast?
Sounds to me like you guys are a couple of bookies.
Is the hype accurate or a bunch of hot gas? Before you buy or sell, listen close.
It's easy to grin when your ship comes in and you've got the stock market beat. But the man worthwhile is the man who can smile when his shorts aren't too tight in the seat.
Primetime Stock Watch is brought to you by 1-800-DIVORCE. When you need to take stock of your rights, 1-800-DIVORCE is on your side. Call 1-800-DIVORCE today.
All right, here's our man, Stevie Brackett.
That's
Stevie
my
Fire.
man.
Stevie Fire. You know, the Fire lost.
Yeah. I have a feeling that that's going to happen a lot.
Our
Did
Fire.
you watch any of the game?
No.
They're not good.
No, they're pretty bad.
They're not good.
right.
They play
Well, we
hard.
knew that.
The crowd is awesome.
Yeah.
People love free T-shirts, but they are not good, and they're not good on purpose.
So I saw the highlights, and I have a question, but that's going to be on
Okay.
in the news. I have a very old man question about them. But anyway, Stevie Fire over there with Stock Watch.
Well, let's just start out there with the points gobbler a little bit. You intrigued me with those odds there with college football, Rob. So if you want to pull those odds back up for me, that would be great.
Yep.
You named off the top 5 teams: Ohio State, Texas, Indiana, Notre Dame, Oregon. Those are your top 5 favorites in college football this year to win the national title. Boys, buy or sell, all 5 of those teams will make the playoff.
Whoa. Look at Stevie on the fly.
It got me pumped, I will say. You talking about college football got me
Okay,
excited.
so we got.
I love
So
college
Oregon, Indiana, Ohio State. So you got 3 from the Big Ten, and then Notre Dame, Independent, Texas. Well, Notre Dame will get in because they don't play anyone in college football. Notre Dame's going to force their way in. They won't have the balls to boot them again. I would assume Texas gets in, although they play Ohio State again to start of the year. If they lose that game, then they're back into the mulligan. And you're saying that Indiana, Ohio State, and Oregon won't take a step back. You know what? I'll sell it simply, like somewhere along the way, weird stuff happens.
Just like Texas last year.
Right? Strange things happen. Injuries happen. Bad losses happen. Someone unexpected, maybe a second Big 12 team or another ACC team runs the table, ends up being really good. You got a couple of 11-1 teams. There's only so many spots. This isn't the expanded playoff. We still have the old system. So while I think there's obviously a very good chance that all of them, you're asking 5 teams to be healthy and not stub their toe more than twice. I'll sell it. One of those teams, and I'm not sure who it is. You know what? It might be Ohio State or Texas.
It really could be.
Ohio State lost a lot in this year's draft, and much like Texas, whoever loses that game in week 0 is behind the 8 ball. Right? They can't lose 2 more times. They only have 1 more mulligan, and weird things can happen, especially in November. So it might be Ohio State or Texas, but no, I'll sell that. They don't all make.
I will sell it as well, only because it's too chalky, too conventional wisdom.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, something's gonna happen, and I don't trust Sark as far as I can throw him. Screw that guy. He could easily screw that up.
100%.
And you know what? The one team, actually, of those 5, the one I feel the best about, at least getting in, is Oregon.
I agree.
Yeah.
But the one team that no one's talking about in there is Indiana.
Yeah.
Like,
Who again lost a lot.
Are we just assuming that they're right back in there? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, and I know Signetti's great, but a lot could go wrong. So I will sell it.
I actually think Ohio State is the team that would be out. Their schedule is actually really tough. It's not Ohio State like. They're at Texas. They got a game in Iowa, which is always tough. They play at Indiana, at USC. They play Oregon. They play Michigan.
Ooh.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a brutal schedule.
Oregon's going to the shoe this year.
Yeah. That's kind of a brutal schedule. Usually Ohio State plays a bunch of, Kent State and Youngstown State. No, dude, they got 5-6 real
Think about that, right? You lose to Texas. This is a real possibility because that's in Texas, right?
Yes, that is in Texas this year.
And then let's say just, the Oregon game, let's say that's a coin flip
You're
game.
at Indiana.
And you lose either Oregon or Indiana, right? Now you have to be perfect the rest of the way. I mean, that's
tough.
It's
By
tough.
the way, the Indiana, USC, and Oregon games are all 3 in a row.
Yeah. Like that is a brutal schedule.
brutal.
They do get a bye. So they go at Indiana on October 17th. Then they get a bye. Then they're at USC on October 31st. And then they host Oregon November 7th.
Dude, that's a kick in the you-know-what.
I mean, Nebraska stinks, but at Nebraska, then Michigan end the season.
Very
Who'd
strange.
Northwestern hire?
Pat Fitzgerald. Aiden Childs.
No, that's
Pat-
Michigan
Sorry.
State.
Yeah, where's?
I don't know. I got excited. Aiden Childs.
I know Chip Kelly's their offensive coordinator,
They hired David Braun.
and he is from.
Well, he was there last year, was he not?
Was he? Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fitzgerald's been gone a while. You're
Yeah,
right.
he's been gone.
Yeah, so they didn't
No.
get a new coach.
He just was their interim. He was their DC, came from North Dakota State, but yeah, he's been there for a couple years.
All right.
That got me excited. Okay.
I like it.
Let's talk more college football, actually. I have this one on the docket here. You mentioned Lane Kiffin a little bit early right here, Sue. Lane Kiffin, he did an interview with Vanity Fair, and in it he talked about why he left Ole Miss to head to LSU. He cited, quote, adult money at LSU when with the willingness to spend for a winner in the NIL, not compared to Ole Miss, who didn't. But Lane was asked about when he was coaching at Ole Miss. Kiffin said that top recruits would tell him, quote, hey, coach, we really like you, but my grandparents aren't letting me move to Oxford, Mississippi. End quote. He also said that doesn't come up when you say in Baton Rouge. Parents were sitting here this weekend saying the campus diversity feels so great. It feels like there's no segregation. And we want that for our kid because that's the real world. So kind of shots at Oxford saying it's a little racist down there and it's tough to get some of the top athletes to go to Ole Miss. Kiffin signed a 7-year, $91 million deal with LSU. Buy or sell, guys. Lane Kiffin will not finish that contract, either leaving or be fired, because I don't think he's going to be awesome there.
You don't?
No. I think he's very overrated.
I think the opposite. I think this is a match made in heaven, and I think they're willing to bend the rules. Well, I mean, there's really not much rule bending anymore. Like you said, adult money. I think he's going to be great down there. So
I just don't know. I mean, at some point, money does run out. 7 years, yeah, he'll finish that. I don't know if it'll be a great run, but I don't think he's going to fall on his face.
Can they afford to fire him and pay him out?
Well, they might be able to afford to fire him 5 years. You know what? Just for the sake of argument, no, he doesn't finish it. 5 years, because you can get rid of someone with a year or two left. And let's not act like Lane has had tremendous success everywhere he's gone. No, 7 years is an eternity in college football. That schmuck will screw it up in 5 years. He'll be there a while. But no, he will not finish that.
He's never really been anywhere more than 5 years.
There will be a parting of ways after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He does not finish that contract.
So he was at Ole Miss for 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he gets it done. I think this is where Lane Kiffin was meant to be.
Very well could be. That would be.
There is adult money there. I will
Well, they're just both smarmy.
Yeah,
right.
And they just fit.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Problem is that when sleaze matches sleaze, very rarely does that work out. I mean, it just
really
someone
like,
has.
What do you think?
Someone has to have some sort of moral backbone.
It's like the double negative.
Oh,
Yes.
that's what compliance is for. There's a whole department for that.
The government will find money to pay him. Yeah. I don't know. I like Lane Kiffin's
I'm
fit
glad
there.
you didn't have that Ralph Salafusa who never got past number 1. Anyway.
He won't make
Those fans are just wild, man. They're going to turn on him when he goes 9-3. All right, we got one more quick one here. Philadelphia got hammered by your New York Knicks. Rob, swept by the Knicks. After the game, your boy Joel Embiid, former Jayhawk, he stepped up to the microphone for his press conference. He said, even though they lost, the season was still a success. A lot of fans got mad about that, but he was also, people noted, he was sitting there with his son. His son was sitting on his lap when he made those comments. Kind of avoided any other big-time questions that you could ask him after a comment like that. Like, hey, we got to the second round. It's a successful season. Well, is it? No follow-up questions. And a lot of people think it's because his son was there. So buy or sell, guys. Players don't say anything anyways during these press conferences. They should be allowed to have their kids there.
I think it's a little weird. And I think I do think it gets used as a shield, but be allowed. You want to have your kid there, whatever. But everyone knows when you bring the kid up there what you're doing.
You're avoiding everything.
It's like when Roger Goodell brings out the Marines during the NFL draft. Dude, you're just trying not to get booed. Like, you know that everyone hates you, and so you're like, look, it's a hero. You can't boo me. So we all know the game. Just waiting for some reporter to just attack him, like call him out for it. But
Goodell, Commissioner Goodell.
I'm not certain that you can ban the kids from the press conference. Although if you did, I'd be for it. Because honestly, you really, like, the kid has no place being up there.
No, what's the point?
Again,
get him out of there.
You're just.
The point is,
get him out of there.
The point is, I don't want to be asked hard questions.
What? I hate it. These guys are allowed to do anything they want. Let's draw the line in the sand on this. No kids in the press conference. Answer the damn question, you bitch.
Get a life, bro.
Well, kids are selfish and disruptive.
Now that's 100% fact we can all agree on.
You throw a little kid into the mix anywhere, and outside of the fact that it can be kind of cute, no one likes it. It's an immediate like, oh my God, the adults are in the room. You ever been to like a party and one person brings like their 4-year-old? You're like, oh my God, really?
So that is Stockwatch. Goldberg Jones, when it comes to divorce, custody, or child support issues, trust Goldberg Jones to help. Call 1-800-DIVORCE. Phone questions answered at no charge.
I would also like to point this out. I looked this up. In the last 50 years, one coach from LSU has made it 7 years.
Ooh, wow.
One.
Les
Who
Miles?
was that?
Les Miles.
Miles, yeah.
And by the way, Lane Kiffin will not be the second coach.
Can I say, though?
And that ended in a disaster,
Yeah,
didn't it?
it did. Yeah.
I
After the
think
title.
Lane will be the second coach because the landscape has changed in favor of schmarmy guys.
Yeah.
Like if he's too schmarmy to last 7 years at LSU under the old rules, these rules, dude.
So you think he's going to be successful? Like you think
yes,
he's going to
I
win
do.
SEC titles?
I do, because the guy recruits, like, in-game coach. Like, will he win the championship? Like,
That's always the knock on him is the in-game coach.
Yeah,
Can he win the big ones?
Remains to be seen. I always feel like his defenses leave a little bit to be desired. I don't know. But he is going to get players to LSU.
Yes.
Like,
He got Sam
they're-
Levitt there.
And that's what it's about. So
They will be good.
they already are. I mean, he came right in there and stole a bunch of kids and, cheated his ass off. And
Adult money.
You know.
I like
Adult
that.
money.
I like
Can we
that
go
term.
back to him saying that Oxford is racist as if somehow Baton Rouge, Louisiana is
What an
not?
exciting time.
I would like to point out that who's the most successful college program over the last 40 years?
Bama?
Yeah,
Or
Bama.
Oregon?
Do you remember what happened in Alabama? We remember the National Guard. Remember when the president said that, I don't know, the University of Alabama had to let a black person come in, and then the Alabama governor and the student body, I don't know, maybe tried to lynch people and keep them from entering, and then you had to have the National Guard come in. But hey, Alabama is racial harmony. Lane Kiffin, of all the crappy, lazy arguments you can make, there's a racist history in Oxford.
Well,
yeah, welcome to the South.
It's also
The Red House, where black people and white people buy furniture.
Is that LSU or?
Yeah,
that was in
North Carolina.
By the way,
High Point, North Carolina.
the bros that went out there and visited and came on our show, remember that?
Yeah.
I found the T-shirt that they gave us. They brought back from that
I remember
in my
that.
stuff the other day. How about that?
Did you put that bad boy on?
I did. It was very large.
I was gonna say, did that thing fit you?
Very large, like a nightshirt. Yeah. Anyway, what was I going to tell you?
I don't know.
That's my bad.
Something about Oxford. Oh, the listener points this out on the text line. It's like, it's kind of disingenuous. Kiffin brings up all these things that were wrong at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
If they were really that bad and really that wrong, he would have left a long time ago.
Yeah, and by the way,
he's had plenty of opportunities.
You were on the doorsteps of winning a national title this year, and had you stayed, you might have competed.
So now that he's at LSU, he's got all these things why Oxford sucked. Well, just dude, come on.
Have some class.
I believe LSU plays in Oxford this year.
God, I
hope
Ole
might
Miss
be
kicks their
wild.
ass.
Yeah. All right, I think we're on to in the news. 24 years later, the WNBA is back. Sort of.
Kinda, maybe.
I mean, it was pretty good. But I have a question about the Fire game that we will get to kick off in the news coming up next on The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Stone Creek Golf Club, Oregon's best public course, under $100. StoneCreekGolfClub.net. First on the Fan Spurs Center, Victor Wembanyama. He is not going to face any other punishment or fine after he was ejected for Game 4 for getting a flagrant 2 foul against Naz Reid, elbowing Naz Reid in the face on purpose. Spurs taking on the Timberwolves, Game 5 tomorrow, a series tied at 2. According to Shams Charania, the Milwaukee Bucks, they are open for business on trade calls for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Last week, co-owner Jim Haslam said they want to figure out that situation by the NBA draft, which is 6 weeks away. And the number 1 pick in that draft will be coming from the Washington Wizards as they came away with that number 1 pick in the lottery over the weekend. Missouri Tigers running back Ahmad Hardy, he was shot at a concert early Sunday morning. He's in stable condition following surgery. Hardy, first-team All-SEC, rushed over 1,600 yards a season ago. And the Chargers have agreed to terms with former Browns tight end David Njoku, 1-year deal worth up to $8 million. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Please have you along. Little Monday. Beautiful day. Beautiful day out there.
I think tomorrow, too, and then the rain is here on Wednesday.
It's supposed to be hot tomorrow.
Yeah, I think today we're getting close to touching 80, right?
Is we?
I think high 70s, low 80s. I think
seemed like it was hot, man.
When I saw it.
Let's take a look. Your noted newsman should be on top of this.
You would think.
It is 80 degrees.
There you go.
And it says it feels like 80 degrees.
The new San Diego.
It is May 11, 2026. It is time now for In the News. I am your noted newsman. It's brought to you by the Advocates, injury attorneys at advocateslaw.com. Today is Eat What You Want Day.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do that.
Well, just for today.
Very rarely does that turn into one day. It's a problem that I think a lot of we have in general is, see what I want today and I'll go back on this thing tomorrow.
I know from experience.
But
you can't just take a day, huh?
Well, I mean, you can, but
why would I want to?
Yeah.
Well, because
every day
is great.
You should have.
That's what I'm saying. Eat what I want every day.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
yeah. You don't try.
No.
Yeah.
Try to save those days for when you're actually like out and about with family and you're celebrating something. Don't make that a random Monday where you're like, I'll be a fat ass today.
So it's like a sweet potato pie except without the crust.
Why is it called sweet potato poo?
Because that's what my mother told us it was.
And when Mommy says that's what it's called,
And so
that's what it's called.
There you go.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, it's still one of the
8-second drop there.
Still one of the more awkward things I've ever heard.
Sweet potato poon.
Oh, golly. Yeah.
Wow. It's also World Ego Awareness Day.
Now that's one that people should probably pay attention to. Everyone's got an ego. Just every now and then, put it in check and do a little self-reflection.
Yeah,
there.
they call it an invisible form of abuse, egotism, and narcissism.
Again, everyone's got an ego. Everyone has a little bit of one, but God, you should have someone in your life that tells you, hey, you're being kind of a horse's ass right now. Knock it off.
Multnomah County Sheriff's Office recovered what appears to be a body.
Oh, what appears to be?
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
Man, so we got like partial. I mean,
Yeah.
don't you know?
We might just have remains.
Don't you know if it's a body?
I don't know why they wouldn't just say remains.
Yeah, seems a little weird. I mean,
this was Kelly Point Park.
Yeah, because the headline I saw just said body.
No. It appears to be a body.
Appears.
Of an adult.
You know how you find that out? You poke at it. You give me my stick. I'll tell you if we got a body or not.
Once again, the local news, as your noted newsman, I feel obligated to tell you that happened.
Yeah.
But it also does bother me, and I've pointed this out before.
Zero details.
They have not one detail on it, and yet they still need to make a headline out of it.
Yeah.
And they do this every time.
Yeah.
Can we just wait maybe until you you get more on it. So, okay, there was a body pulled out of the Columbia.
What appears
to be a body. Kelly Point Park. Is that news?
Well, what if that turns out to be an old boot? What if you're just fishing in the old Willamette there and you just come across like a mannequin foot, and now you feel like an ass because you said it appears to be a body and it is not? I'm with you. Let's wait until we have some concrete information.
In your life!
Far too often when you do click on a story and you're like, that's it? That's the story?
That's it. Great investigative journalism there. I could have wrote that.
I know, right? It's just like what someone whispered to you. You heard it. Oh, I heard they found a body.
People are saying.
What happened? I don't know. Yeah, people are saying.
A lot of people.
Body, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, temperatures near 90 tomorrow in the valley, and the fires are already burning out east.
Oh, it's going to be 90?
Yes.
Woo. So
they're saying
we're just prepared for the entire state to burn to the ground this summer, right?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Seems with the winter that we had and the heat that's already here and fires burn, dude, it's May.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Firefighters say they kept the Pine Mountain fire from growing overnight as crews worked through the night to strengthen containment lines. This fire began as a prescribed burn, but it grew out of control. It is located in an area about 14 miles southeast of Bend.
So now we're lighting our own. We've decided that we're just going to take it into our own hands and get this thing started early. We're just going to, let's start our own fires. What could go wrong? It's a controlled burn until it's not.
The controlled burns, you always see those, and I'm always like, it scares me. Like, how does that not get wild more often?
Apparently, this one does. Well, I think planning and,
Oh, they rake them, right?
You gotta rake the forest. I mean, it's the idea that you try to burn away some of the old stuff and create like a natural barrier where if one does catch, it has to stop somewhere. But I guess if yours keeps going, then you're kind of like, whoops.
There's a lot of stupid people in this country running things.
You ever tried to fix something and then you just make it worse? I think we've all been there.
No. That has never happened.
Like trying to replace like a cartridge in your shower. Next thing you know, you break the entire assembly. You call over the plumber, and he just looks at you like an idiot.
He's like, man.
Yeah, that's what happened here.
I'll always have business.
Yes. And he drops one of these. You saw this on YouTube and tried to fix it yourself, huh? And you're like, yeah. He's like, thanks. It'll be $900. Not that that's ever happened to me. That's what happened here. Like, we're going to prevent wildfires. And now we've got a wildfire that we can't contain.
Somebody texted, damn it, just bought my wife a backyard fire pit and chairs for Mother's Day. You're telling me that's a bad gift?
Let's get the hose ready.
Well, I don't know.
I never listen.
You don't? You still fire up the fire?
100%.
Fire pit?
Yep.
Yeah. I am a rule follower. Of course, we don't have a fire pit, so.
Well, again, dude, what am I going to set the old folks' home on fire? Like, what?
Oh, yeah, we don't want that.
Well,
you got to protect the olds.
No, for God's sakes, nothing's getting burnt down in my neighborhood.
God, that thing's enormous.
I got hose out there. I'm fine.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Now, if I go camping and there's a burn ban, I am not that guy. Because I know the moment.
Oh, you'll get arrested.
Oh, well, not only will I get arrested, I know that if there is a burn ban and I go down to the coast or I go out to the woods or something, and I'm like, I'll just light a small. Guarantee that thing is going to end up burning the whole place down. I know. I'm like, that's just karma coming at me. I don't.
And it comes right back to you.
Yeah. I don't have the balls to do that. But my house, we're lighting that thing up.
24 years later, the WNBA is back in Portland. Thunderous cheers and applause at Moda Center.
A sellout crowd.
Sellout crowd.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. Now, the Portland Fire, the fire drill, as we're calling it here,
the
tank off, it is off to a hot start. They are 0-1. They did lose. Now, they trailed by 17, but then rallied to tie it at 70, only to lose by 15.
Yeah.
Wow. So...
Well, look, I did not go to the game.
They lost to Chicago.
I did. I was catching it off and on the TV, and I'm here to report they're not good. They play hard.
Maybe they just had a bad game.
It's not good. It's not. Look.
What's the problem? Dissect the fire issues.
Shooting, rebounding, ball handling.
Passing. Shooting, dribbling, rebounding, passing.
Can we be honest about something? No,
fouling.
I'm being dead serious. In women's basketball, and this is true in the NCAA and it's true in the WNBA, and Stevie Fire has talked about this, the gap between the good and the bad, it is a canyon compared to the NBA.
Right.
The NBA, even the
that thing's enormous.
is still good. But women's basketball hasn't caught up yet, right? It's getting better, and the pool of good players is getting bigger, and the pool of teams is getting good teams is getting better. But the gap is still enormous. And bad WNBA or bad women's college basketball, it can be really, really, really bad. And I think everyone's still going to go. I think they're going to pack that place. The excitement's through the roof. But I think the product on the floor, it could be a rough go.
That's just what it is. And like you said, it's getting better. It's getting closer. But we talked about the Spurs Timberwolves series. Like Naz Reid comes off the bench, yet he can compete with Wemby and actually score on him and can make plays. You're not going to find the 6th, 7th, player off the bench in a WNBA going at Breanna Stewart and scoring on her every single time.
I was watching.
You just don't see it.
You're going to see some rough layups. You just are.
You are.
You're going to see some rough layups, and you're going to see some questionable passes, and it's just it's the reality.
It's the same sport. It's a different game.
Yes.
Though,
I have
from the NBA.
I have a bigger question about the Fire, and I'm going to ask it next because I was confused. I'm old man confused about something.
I'm old. I am dying.
Also, a famous actorman was in town over the weekend.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, there was a line around the corner to see this actorman.
Ashanti performed at the half. I heard that was dynamite.
Who?
Ashanti.
Who's that?
Or Ashanti, I should
Ashanti.
say.
Who is that?
She's like a 90s, 2000s
Yeah, she
R&B.
was big timer when I was a high schooler, junior high.
Never heard of her.
Really?
No. Was she good?
She was a big deal, and she's hot, and she was the halftime act at...
I think she kind of tried to become like an actress, and it didn't really work out, and then she couldn't get back on the music scene really, and kind of fizzled out.
Yeah. But she was a big deal for a while.
All right. Well, it's good that she's doing the halftime circuit now, a la the
I don't know if she's doing the
Red Panda.
That might have just been for Portland.
Did us a solid.
I mean, opening night. She knows somebody. Didn't she have a connection? I thought I read that somewhere.
I don't know what you're reading, bro. I'll tell you what. This old man's confused. That's next. Here's Steven.
What?
Hi, this is in the news for May
11th.
2026. Yes, here's my confusion. Here's my old man confusion about the fire. What are their colors? Because
black and red.
I saw the highlights. Well, they're actually not black and red according to their website. So I saw the highlights and I was thoroughly confused by their uniforms because they were wearing sort of black and white pinstriped unis.
Okay. Those are the Rebel edition.
That's the Rebel.
Right.
There's roses that are
right
inlaid into the jersey.
So what I thought was, being a smart man as I am, I thought, well, those are probably just the opening night special jerseys, whatever. Because I thought they were kind of pink and black, maybe, based on their logo.
No, that's only on the floor.
But they're not. So
no.
Then I go to their website, and I go to their merch area, and I still can't really tell what their colors are.
Well, as far as I know, it's red, black. There's some browns in there. And then the alternate stuff, like the court, I wish they did more stuff. I think the stuff on the court is what their normal colors should be. But the only time I see that teal or that pink is that court, really.
Yeah. And I think they have special unis for that, too, that they'll roll out eventually.
I have not seen it. I've just seen the white and the red, and then they have the Rebel jersey, which is like, there's like rose inlays in it, and it says Rose City.
So according to AI, ChatGPT,
yeah,
the Portland Fire color palette, the official color palette, is fire red, brown, blue, and pink.
Boy.
Which is really hard to get your head around because none of those really...
I don't think it's any of those colors.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not... It's just hard. It's hard for an old guy to follow... Yeah. Well, the brown is... I remember this because remember when they introduced the team...
Yeah, because the original logo, it looks kind of dark, but it's not...
They used brown because they wanted like the Oregon wood.
Yeah. So it's kind of dark. It almost looked... That's what I was saying. When I originally said brown, it looks kind of black, but the logo is actually kind of a dark brown. So
I don't know.
Oh, no. But the jersey's black.
As an old, I just want teams to be consistent with their colors.
Yeah.
It really bothers me.
Well, it's not going to happen.
That you could be watching Oregon play Ohio State and not know who's who. It bothers me.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Well, you're old.
You might want to put me down.
Get with the times.
Does this not bother anyone else? Do the kids love this?
People love alternate jerseys.
I'm not saying I don't love alternate jerseys. I do. I'm telling you, with the Portland Fire, I can't tell what their colors are. It's one thing to have colors and then alternate with like something completely different once or twice. That's fine. It's
red and black, dude. Don't outthink the red.
It's not black.
It is.
I just read it to you. It's fire brown, or it's fire red, brown, blue, and pink.
Everything that you buy on there is mostly red and black.
So then why are they selling black stuff? Ooh, don't clip that.
Please go ahead and clip it.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not their official color. God.
I think people just care what the uniforms look like. I don't think they care about the actual colors of the team anymore.
I just like that it's brought to you by Lashify. I want a shirt that just says Lashify because I want to be the next spokesman for it. I love when women's jerseys have exclusively female products, and then we as men get to be like, yeah, you know, I just enjoy that. I think it's a lot of fun. They got cool stuff though.
Do you think they'll be sponsored by Summer's Eve?
That's what I'm saying. If you had your jersey that was Summer's Eve or like Vagisil, let's go. Throw that across the jersey and you might get
time for the Vagisil halftime show.
They've got cool merch though. They
do have cool merch.
There's because I like regular sweatshirts, like I don't like hooded sweatshirts. They have a really cool. They've got 2 or 3 on there that I'd be like, if they weren't $105 for a sweatshirt, I'd be like, I'll buy that.
I've actually come to really like their logo.
Yeah,
I didn't like it at first.
Yeah, it's well done.
I do like their logo, and I think that they should be black and pink.
Yes.
Like that's the coolest look.
I think the court that they unveiled, the fire pit court.
Yes.
They should, because I was not a fan of it being the Portland Fire. I was like, gee, you could have come up with something cooler, and I thought the original stuff was kind of boring. That court, that color scheme with the rose on fire, and it says Rose City, they should lean into that. They should be the Rose City Fire, and that court should be their official colors. It's way better than the normal jerseys that they've got going on. Way better.
Well, they're very confusing.
That's welcome to the world of sport. I will say that the NBA, more so than anyone else, half the time you do tune in and you're like, I don't know what this is.
Who's who?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Well, sometimes the score graphic will tell you.
Yeah.
But that's kind of even hard to figure out sometimes.
Yeah.
Stephen, how do you feel about this conversation? Do you feel like we're...
I feel like you guys are a little old in this conversation.
Well, I admit that.
Don't rope me into this. I'm in support of it. I'm not confused by the color palette.
Well, you kind of are. You said they're black. They're not black.
And certainly, why is everything black?
Exactly.
Don't cut that.
Movie fans packed the Hollywood Theater in Portland on Saturday night for a special screening of The Thing.
Ooh, I love that movie.
Featuring a Q&A with Kurt Russell. Why
Kurt
are they
Russell?
selling black stuff?
Nah.
Kurt Russell was here?
Yeah.
Oh, I love me some Kurt Russell.
You missed him.
And The Thing, in fact, for like years and years, I actually changed it to my family because, I don't know, I felt guilty. For years and years, his character in the sombrero from The Thing was my screensaver on my phone. That's one of my all-time favorite movies.
How did you not know he was there? You could have asked him a question.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
That sucks.
You seem genuinely disappointed.
Yes, I would have loved to have gone to that. That is one of the more... I mean, I guess it does get its due because it's kind of a cult classic. That movie is so good. One of the best like horror movies of all time. Like sci-fi horror. It's amazing.
So it cost $100 to get in there. The Q&A was hosted by Dan Halstead, the Hollywood Theater's head film programmer. And there was a line around the block. As a matter of fact, the show sold out.
It should sell out.
Ask a question to Kurt Russell and watch The Thing.
Yeah. Played McCready in that. And one of the all-time just great... The man wore a sombrero in the middle of the Arctic. It was just great.
He was raising money for the Goldie Hawn Foundation Mind Up program, which is supporting youth mental health with mindfulness-based education.
And I will tell you that the remake of The Thing is, it's fine, but the way they tied it into the original is awesome. They did a nice little homage to the original. They didn't hit the mark the way the original did, but that movie still holds up today. If you want to see a really good sci-fi horror whodunit sort of thing, go. It's like maybe 84, 85, I think that came out, something like that.
Portland police have arrested a convicted felon after a violent attack left a security guard with serious injuries.
That's no good.
This right here is why we do not engage with the homeless.
As we like to call them, the streetmen.
The streetmen, you just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Now, this man had a job to do because he was a security guard at Providence Park.
So you gotta...
So he went over there to check on the guy's well-being, and he was just laying there. And said he was lying on the ground, see if he needed medical attention. And the man got up and began punching him in the head and chest multiple times. Then he body slammed him.
Again, I like to keep about a 6 to 7 foot perimeter around the streetmen at all times.
Oh,
You gotta keep your space. Well, that's no good.
Yeah, police located the suspect, later identified as Randy Allen Jasper. He's 41. They arrested him.
Can we actually put him in prison and force him to get help, or are we just gonna be like, and then?
Yeah, I feel like there's not much to this. Although the guy broke his arm. He apparently suffered a broken arm in 2 places.
Oh my God!
Shattered his elbow. He's expected to require surgery.
Well, can we not?
And Jasper told police that a person was effing with him.
Jasper.
And he said he felt threatened.
I'd like to put you in a room for a while, bud, and let's just calm you down. I like to keep it spicy, man. Like a year or two and see what happens.
Yeah, and he looks.
Yeah, he looks about what you.
Easy, Tiger.
It's like because I spend a fair amount of time on the wrong side of 82nd, like off a division, and I told you that the streetmen over there, stuff's popping off. I saw this one over the weekend. There was a lady, a street woman, a streetman adjacent, and she had her little cardboard sign, but she had collapsed, and I wasn't certain what was going on. Just at the corner there of Division, right off of 205, and so she was laying just bleh. And then her sign was kind of on top of her, and it was a brief moment of like, well, that's not good. But again, minding my own business. Then another streetman came walking over, and I was like, so the streetman is going to see what the street lady, like there's going to be aid rendered. No, he just picked the sign up off her body and then just held it up himself.
Oh, wow.
While she kept laying there.
Good little helper.
And I was like, well, that's something.
Taking over the shift.
And then I turned left, and I was kind of, my thought was the show must go on, right?
Her shift was done.
Well, I kind of thought that he would like render some aid or like, are you okay? No. Without a beat, he just walked over. I don't know if they were together, whatever. He just picked up the sign off her.
Prime real estate, dude.
That's right. And the money doesn't, like, how many cars are going to go by that would have given you money? You're tending to her. You can't do that.
Right. If you're saying off 92nd, you're not going to get the cash flow. The money.
You got to keep the cash flow coming in.
He just held that thing up, and I was like, I see, that's
you got to get eyeballs on your product.
Unlike that security guard, I mind my own business. I make my left. I just keep going. But I see something over there at least like 3 to 4 times a week that gives me a pause and be like, oh my God, that just happened.
Well, not only that, but he's probably seen her collapse like 800 times.
That's true.
And he knows what she's on. And he's like, she'll be fine.
Betty.
Yeah. She's fine. Betty, there she goes again. I'll handle this. And that's in the news, May 11, 2026. Headlines are next on The Fan.
From the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Spurs center Victor Wembanyama. He is not going to face any other punishment after he was ejected in Game 4 of their series against the Timberwolves for getting a flagrant 2 purposefully elbowing Naz Reid in the face. Wemby will be available in Game 5. According to Shams Charania, Milwaukee Bucks, they're up for business on trade calls for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Last week, co-owner Jimmy Haslam said they want to figure out the Giannis situation by the NBA draft, which is 6 weeks away. And speaking of the NBA draft, Washington Wizards came away with the number 1 overall pick in the draft lottery over the weekend. We got playoffs Game 4 in Cleveland. Detroit taking on Cleveland Cavaliers. Detroit up 2-1 in that series. Missouri Tigers running back Ahmad Hardy. He was shot at a concert in Mississippi earlier on Sunday morning. He's in stable conditioning following surgery. Hardy, first team All-SEC a season ago. And the Chargers get another weapon for Justin Herbert. They agreed to terms with tight end David Njoku. 1-year deal worth up to $8 million. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Welcome back. Hope you're having a nice little Monday. We are your sportsmen.
Indeed.
Not to be confused with streetmen. My name is Isaac. Big Sook's right over there.
Dude.
Look at him. We've also got Stevie Fire on the controls, or as Patrick likes to say, the ones and twos.
I could see Stevie Brackett's back in the day working a turntable.
I could too.
You know he was straight hip-hop back in the day. Look at him.
Yeah. You've got a hip-hop vibe about you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah. You're welcome.
He was no stranger to the Slim Shady days.
No. I actually, in summer basketball, I want to say going into my junior year, I was wearing, like mid-length black socks like I wear now, but I was wearing a headband and I had, floppy hair. People were calling me, "Hey, Slim Shady."
Have you ever done karaoke?
No. I don't have a singing voice.
Well, most people don't.
Yeah, have you ever been to a karaoke bar? No one sings.
I don't feel comfortable singing in front of people.
Or just a howl.
If you did, like, let's say we got you housed. I know you don't drink, but like you guys are going to the lit show.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe you go after the lit show. You go to a karaoke bar and Sook's up there pounding out some Journey, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to do this.
What song would I do?
What would you do?
That's a good question. I might go, honestly, with a little bit of Yellow Card, Ocean Avenue.
Come again? Why don't you sing a few bars for us?
If I could find you now, things would get better.
I don't know that
song.
I don't know that one either.
What's it called?
It's called Ocean Avenue.
I've always found
great song.
If you get me drunk enough and I will sing karaoke, the key is to just find a song that everyone knows and so that everyone sings.
Sweet Caroline.
Yeah. Sweet Caroline, Don't Stop Believing. The good one is Friends in Low Places. No matter what bar you're in, everyone sings.
I was just trying to think of a
song
that I know all the words to.
Well, again, the beauty part, you do a song that everyone knows.
Yeah.
That everyone sings.
So you could do some. I was expecting. See, that threw me off.
Yeah, I was expecting you to do some sort of.
I could do an Eminem song if you.
Well, I was expecting maybe some Eminem. I also thought perhaps you would throw some Beasties at us. But you're a little. They were a little. Before you.
I got the License to Ill.
I could see you doing album. What You Want. That's pretty.
No, I'd do Brass Monkey over that.
Nice.
I kind of want to see this now. Except he doesn't drink. And I think in order to get him singing karaoke, I think we got to get him drunk.
There's only one man that can change that.
Lit.
And I'm looking at you.
Let's make it happen.
Lit and Souk.
I may just have to drug him at some point. Like, here, just take one of these. You'll be fine.
They're devout alcoholics.
I have to have like a camera on me at all times.
Let's slip him a Mickey. We're going to have a grand old time. Let's go.
That's funny and haha. Yeah, he will. Be careful.
Me?
I know I'm going to have a body cam on.
Are you kidding me?
Body cam.
I wouldn't do that. Maybe.
That's for the advocates to look at.
Yeah, prove it's me.
All right, well, coming up in the malfunctioning epiglottis, we will discuss the draft lottery that happened over the weekend, the rest of the NBA playoffs, and so on and so forth. A couple headlines here. If you're just tuning in, Wembanyama will not be suspended for Game 5 for his vicious elbow.
Yeah, you figured he wouldn't. I mean, 1, the NBA wants him to play. 2, he's never done it before. And 3, Naz Reid didn't get hurt. I stand by. If he had been a repeat offender, or more importantly, had that elbow hit, let's go 6 inches higher, and Naz Reid breaks a jaw, an eye socket, or gets lashed open, we're probably seeing a suspension. Because that was the definition of lock on target, acquire target, swing, execute. I mean, that was a purpose pitch by Wemby. I mean, Harper's face in the background tells you all you need to know. That was not I accidentally swung my elbow. No.
6 weeks from the draft, and it sounds like the Bucks are open for business if you'd like Giannis.
Yeah. Well, they said that before the draft, either an extension will be signed, or he will be dealt.
Blazers.
It's like the Bucks could be taking a swing for the Clippers' number 5 pick to restart their process.
Yeah, but aren't they saying this draft? This is a deep, good draft, but the top 4 guys are way better than
Sure.
Like you want to be in the top 4, not 5.
I just don't know how many of the top 4 picks. I mean, Giannis is only going to a place that will sign an extension, and he's only going to a place that can win, and none of those top 4 teams are ready to win. So,
listen, don't we all know Giannis is going to Miami?
Certainly has that. There's a vibe to it, but other people could put a package. The interesting one is you've got a Boston team 2 years removed from winning a championship. You have a star there that clearly is a pain in the ass that he doesn't want to be there anymore. So if you're Milwaukee, I mean, and you're not looking to go total teardown and go picks, but Boston has picks, you're not going to probably do better unless Oklahoma City or someone like that gets into the mix. Boston can offer picks. They're not going to be high picks because Boston's going to be very good, but Boston can offer picks, and Boston can offer an all-NBA guy in Jaylen Brown. So, I mean, does that do anything to tickle the fancy? And I would assume that Giannis would re-sign in Boston. And that's the other one is can Giannis basically... Can he swing where he goes by simply saying, if you trade for me, now he's got to call their bluff and be willing to take less money on the open market. But is he willing to go somewhere and be a rental player a la Kahai and leave? Or can he say, look, I'm going to go one of 4 places? But I think the Boston thing is interesting. I think, Oklahoma City, again, could put together an amazing package, but we haven't heard squat of whether or not they would want to. But if they get run by the Spurs, do they look at that and then say, well, we need to do something?
The Spurs, if they get
the
run
Spurs
by the
could
Thunder,
do it, yeah.
I mean, look at what they have with Dylan Harper off their bench. You can't have Castle, Harper, and De'Aaron Fox.
No.
You have one of those guys to trade, and one of those guys you get that guy in your team, that's a building block.
Yeah, you move things around and you put a package of starting with either Harper or Castle picks, and then you add that to the front court where you have Wemby in the middle and you have Giannis running, and you still have at least 1 or 2 very good guards and then nice role players. I mean, that's another one. I mean, who knows how this thing will develop based on how the playoffs
Then,
go.
of course, the Blazers have Shaden Sharp and Scoot Henderson
to
throw at him. And that's obviously the easy choice.
Why wouldn't they take that?
Well,
they don't have a pick this year. They'll think of next year's pick, I guess.
I will say, if Giannis were to sign here, and I don't think he would, we can offer, again, a really good package because we can give them back their picks. One of the problems that Milwaukee has is we own their pick and then 2 of the swaps. You could give them back their own capital and a young player or 2, I'm assuming that, what if you're looking to restart something, if you threw Scoot, Shaden, and your picks back, that's a nice package for Milwaukee. Now, again, does Giannis do anything? He didn't do anything. Damon and Giannis failed in Milwaukee miserably. A couple years older and more injury-riddled, and coming to Portland, does that do anything here in the West, which is harder than the East? I'm not certain, and is Giannis willing to re-sign here? So I think some of that is fool's gold, but I think Portland can put together a decent package.
Boy, that does not sound like a decent package. I mean, if you're talking about Scoot and Sharp,
it's the draft picks.
Yeah.
It's whatever direction Milwaukee wants to go. Because Sook's right. If they want to go the route of we don't want to suck and tank, try to go get Jaylen Brown, because you're not going to be bad if you have Jaylen Brown as your go-to guy.
Yeah.
He proved that this year with Boston.
Yeah.
If you want to suck and you want to be bottom out, go to the complete bottom, you trade for Portland.
Yeah. Okay.
You trade back for your picks.
That's fine. It's just adding Sharp and Scoot.
I can't imagine that they would not want to have Klingon in the deal. Like, Klingon would probably have to be maybe even Tumani. Like, those are the two guys Portland doesn't want to trade. I think Milwaukee would have to trade for those
Do
guys.
Scoot, Henderson, and Shaden Sharp have value? I mean, I'm sure they have little value. They're young, but they're not.
No, they're not.
At this point, Blazers fans are looking at them as kind of cast-off.
Yes. Right. I just don't know. As far as young players go that are really moving the needle, again, unless Oklahoma City or San Antonio want to get in the mix, what other teams can
you want the odds?
Yeah.
So the Celtics are the odds-on favorite.
Sure.
They are plus 400.
Yeah.
Stays with Milwaukee plus 426, which I feel like is...
It ain't happening.
I don't know. Yeah, it certainly feels like he's out of there.
Yeah.
My Miami Heat, and I would wager on this, plus 1,000. Because, again, nobody ever talks about Miami, but they always get the guy.
Right. The problem is what package are they throwing out there?
That's right.
It's the same thing with Dame. I know that everyone wants to be in Miami because they've got ass down there and it's warm weather and there's no tax, but...
They need a third team.
Yeah, there's just not...
But again, I do think the league just comes back to the alpha GMs. It's amazing how the alpha guys always end up pulling off the moves.
Somehow they figure it out.
They figure it out, yeah. And I would not bet against Miami. Golden State is next at 1,300. Cleveland also 1,300, along with the Wizards and Bulls. So now we're getting into
but again, he's not going to Chicago. He's not going to Washington. He's not going to go there. I mean,
what are the Knicks at?
The Knicks are at 1,560.
But again, I ask outside, who are they offering up? Karl Anthony Towns and some first round. Again, you're going. Then that's all just draft picks.
Now you said Oklahoma City. You want some value. Oklahoma City is plus 9,900.
And look, I know that they have not been mentioned, but if San Antonio and Oklahoma City end up, which we hope, right? We end up that being the Western Conference, and it doesn't go well for one of them. Right? Either side. Let's say it ends up being 4-1, right? And it ends up one way or another, one team kind of gets exposed and you're like, crap, we have to play that every year for the next 5 years. And you're Oklahoma City and you're like, well, we've already won our title, right? And I understand this year we had some injuries, but this is our team. And yeah, some of the young guys are getting better, but this is our core. And San Antonio's only getting better. I can see a world where they look at this and be like, dude, we cannot just sit here and let this get stagnant. And San Antonio, same thing. I can see San Antonio saying what you said. We've got a surplus of guards, right? We got 3 guards. We're not running a 3-guard lineup here the entire time. And we think we can win, and we think we can win now. So let's sacrifice a little of the future, because who cares about first-round picks over the next 5 years? San Antonio is not going to be... For the next 5 years, the draft is insignificant to them. I could see them packaging something and making a move. Even though we haven't heard anything about it, if something bad were to happen in the playoffs, that would make sense. And what is Giannis? I know, warm weather and all that, but he wants to win, right? He wants to win. And what better places to win than one of those two teams adding a little over the hill maybe, and he's got some injury problems, but a guy who led a team to a title on his own and is an MVP. And when healthy is still one of the 5, 6, 7 best players in the NBA.
By the way, you know what I didn't know, amongst many, many other things? The co-owner of the Bucks is Jimmy Haslam. Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh.
The old Browns guy?
Yeah. That douche canoe.
That old... Why'd you call him a douche canoe?
That guy's a douche.
What did he ever do to you? The old pickle finger? He seems like he's always drunk.
Yeah.
But I respect it.
They're devout alcoholics.
Anyway, he owns the Bucks. Didn't know that.
It just will be interesting to see, because that is a guy, in theory, with the right place, could really swing some futures, but can we also admit that a lot of times the former MVP guy going somewhere, you end up having to clear out the team and it lands with a giant thud anyways. See Damian Lillard. Like, I mean,
Carmelo Anthony.
Anthony. This happens a lot where in name, and no one is doubting Giannis's greatness, but this happens where you get this name and it's like, oh, he's going to go there and everything, but you
KD.
Yeah.
KD's another one. Yeah, LeBron spoiled it for us.
Yes.
We all think that LeBron is special.
He was different.
Yes. And all the others are not.
Yeah. Where he went, everything changed. But the rest of it, again, I'd like to point out when Dame got dealt to Milwaukee, and I was this way too. I was like, this is Milwaukee was 2 years removed for a title. Giannis was still in the prime, had been healthy, and Lillard was at the time a top 11, 12-ish player in the NBA, and you're like, oh my God, this pick and roll, like this is it. Like, and it led to nothing other than coaches getting fired and two guys getting hurt. So just be careful if he ends up going someplace like Boston, Oklahoma City, or San Antonio, by all means, I would look at that and be like, that's a title team. If he ends up in Miami, if he ends up in Atlanta, if he ends up at one of those places, dude, get ready for 51 regular season wins and a second round exit and a giant disappointment.
A couple of other headlines. Missouri running back Ahmad Hardy got shot.
Yeah, I think it was nuts.
He's at a concert. He's at a biker club in Mississippi.
Yeah, and got clipped. I didn't see where. But
in his upper leg.
They said that they were cautiously optimistic that he would play again. I mean, that's not like you get shot in the upper leg and you're talking about like there's a artery that goes through that you can easily bleed out. You get into some of the muscle and bone. Like, we don't know how severe that is, but they said there's no timetable and cautiously optimistic he can play again. That's some serious stuff. And I don't know if anyone watched him last year. That's one of the best backs in the country. That dude was amazing.
He's awesome.
He is awesome. They say that there had been a scheduled concert there of some rappers or maybe a couple of different rappers. It drew a very large crowd and then gunshots rang out and the end.
Yeah. And that can change that young man's life forever.
And we also have a little NFL news. Tight end David Njoku is headed to the Chargers.
On a 1-year, $8 million kind of prove-it deal. And again, if he can stay healthy, this is a giant what if. But if the Chargers stay healthy, that is on paper.
That's a nice pickup.
That is a really, really, really good team.
How many years have we been saying that, though?
I know.
It should change with Harbaugh, too, you would think. But
and if Justin Herbert can just get a little help, I just fool me once and I shouldn't keep doing this. They're going to end up being my abusive team. I really like the Chargers on paper, and they will break my heart. They just have to stay healthy, and that team is as good as anyone in the NFL.
How long before their entire offensive line gets hurt?
Yeah, I know.
3, 2, and 1.
Well, Njoku will light himself on fire, and, Quentin Johnson will continue to drop balls. Ladd McConkey will blow out a knee.
Omarion Hampton just
leg
fell off.
It's not good, but on paper.
Like, you just named all those guys. Like, think of the talent they have at the skill positions.
Yeah. Well, even Derwin James, he'll get hurt again.
He's awesome. Do we think Quentin Johnston is good?
He's fine.
He's good. He's good-ish.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's ish.
Well,
he's goodish.
Yeah,
Is he good?
No.
He's not?
No.
Wow.
No.
Hot take.
He's good. He's good.
He's kind of good.
He's good-ish.
He's all right.
I'll tell you this, for where he was drafted, they needed him to be better.
Yeah.
But you've seen signs of progression that because at the beginning it was a little like, hell, this is
he was a bust.
This is bust territory. But the last 2 years, he's
he's in the 700
He's had some
yard.
moments.
Yes.
He had some moments last year.
8 tutties last year.
And I don't know if he's a true number one and ever will be a number one, but he can play. That's why I said he's good-ish. But he's not their best receiver. That's Ladd McConkey.
All right, there are your headlines. The malfunctioning epiglottis. Let's get back to the playoffs and the NBA draft lottery results from the weekend next.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Spurs center Victor Wembanyama. He is not going to face any punishment after he elbowed Naz Reid in the face in Game 4 of their series. He got a flagrant 2, but that's it. No fine, no suspension. Game 5 tomorrow. Series tied at 2. According to Shams Charania, Milwaukee Bucks are open for business on trade calls for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Last week, co-owner Jimmy Haslam said they want to figure out the situation to be solved by the NBA draft, which is 6 weeks away. And the Wizards came away with the number 1 overall pick for that NBA draft in the draft audit over the weekend. Right now, we got Game 4 in the Cleveland-Detroit series. Cleveland up 2-1 in that series. Cleveland up by 9 midway through the first quarter. Missouri Tigers running back Ahmad Hardy. He was shot at a concert in Mississippi early Sunday morning. He's in stable condition following surgery. Hardy rushed for over 1,600 yards in his first team All-SEC a season ago. And the Chargers, they added another weapon. They have agreed to terms with former Browns tight end David Njoku, 1-year deal worth up to $8 million. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Whoa. Hi.
What?
What's happening?
What?
This is the malfunctioning epiglottis for this Monday, where we go back to the NBA playoffs. I see where the Cavs have jumped out to an early lead on the Pistons tonight.
A whopping 15-18 lead.
Well, it was 16-5 when I saw it.
Oh.
So it looks like the Pistons have found their footing.
I will tell you right now, and this is going to be true, today, however long this series goes, I have not watched 1 minute of Pistons Cavaliers, and I will not watch 1 minute of Pistons and Cavaliers because I don't care.
Interestingly, I have watched some of it.
But with that being said,
and it's a pretty good matchup.
I find both of those teams to be like, they're like khaki pants. They're fine. I understand we have to have them. They serve a purpose. You got to work at Target. You got to wear them. I don't need to be a part of it.
What an exciting time.
It's not exciting.
I kind of like what the Pistons... Well, it's a good matchup, though.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. And I kind of like what the Pistons have going on. I'm kind of rooting for them, hoping they get to the conference finals. And then there's the James Harden factor with Cleveland, which is really kind of fun to root against him. It's fun to watch him airball shots.
See, I know.
In crunch time.
It's not even, to me, it's not even fun anymore. I know what James Harden's going to do. He's going to flame out and he's going to turn the ball over. I don't care. Look, the NBA competes to me with hockey. And the NHL playoffs to me are so much better than the NBA. So you have to bring something for me. Right now, Minnesota and San Antonio, that has my attention. In fact, that won a hockey face-off for me yesterday. I flipped over from the hockey.
The Vegas game?
No, it was before. So this was the Montreal game. I actually flipped over.
Nice Sabres.
It didn't look good. I flipped over from that game to the NBA. But there's just nothing that's going there. It could be nothing on. There'd have to be absolutely nothing on, including on Heroes and Icon. There may not be a replay of like Walker Texas Ranger or Lorenzo Lamas and Renegade, Knight Rider. Even that I think would get my attention more so.
The Shark Arkansas prison movie.
Yeah,
Sharkansas.
Yeah. Women's Penitentiary Massacre. If that comes on,
if you mind,
that's my fault.
I'm not paying attention to Cavs Pistons. I just don't care.
Yeah, well, it's kind of grabbed me a little bit just because I think it's going to be close. And then that's probably going 7. Now, the Knicks, Sixers did not.
Boy, they bludgeoned them.
My Knicks look great.
Yeah.
But it's also hard to, I don't know. How much of that is Philly
That's what I'm saying. It's like beating up a kid in a wheelchair. Like, I know you did it and you won the fight convincingly, but the kid was in a wheelchair. Like,
Steven looks shocked at that. He said that many, many times. Steven. I think that might be his first time he's heard you say that.
First time that?
Yeah.
In person, I've heard you say it on the radio. It was shocking to hear in person. I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
Is that not a good analogy of what the Philadelphia 76ers are? They got a good jab. The legs leave something to be desired. Did you see Maxey after the game? He said that it was easier to play in New York than it was to play in Philadelphia because there's more Knick fans that go to the Sixer games than there are Philly fans. So he goes, when you're on the road, at least you can gear yourself up. It's a hostile environment. But he said, like, when we come out to the home crowd and it's all Knick fans, he goes, it's deflating. Not even Philly fan wants to go to the Sixer playoff games.
Remember when we thought Philly was going to give him a battle?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. That didn't.
So wrong.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Embiid doesn't care because he's got his kid on his lap and he's going to go home and be a great dad.
Did you see the local news report in Philly the stadium with all the Knick fans in the back just screaming?
Well, I guess
the lady couldn't even get her bid in.
People were saying that apparently it's
can I time out?
Yeah.
30.
Yeah. Take
it. First time out of the day.
That sounded like a horse reference. That's not what I meant. She was doing her segment, her bits, and she couldn't get them in because the Knicks fan. This was in Philly, by the way.
Yeah.
The Knicks fans were behind her. You know how Knicks fans are. Put
it
in! Being all Nicky.
Get a little rowdy.
So anyway,
I guess it was cheaper.
Resume play.
The Knicks tickets are so hard to get at Madison Square Garden. It was way cheaper for a Knick fan to catch a train to Philly, buy a ticket, and go to that game. So Knick fans were like, we're not going to the Garden. We'll just go and take over the Philly. Wherever they play. I don't know the name of their arena.
We'll call it the Philly.
Well, it used to be the Spectrum, but I know it's not the Spectrum probably for the last 30 years. But
Yeah, you're dating yourself.
Well,
the spectrum.
The whole Philadelphia spectrum. But like, that's how lame is it that you can't stop another team from taking over your stadium? It's like the Chargers, for God's sakes. The Mariners have a little bit of this.
The Raiders have it too.
The Raiders have it, yeah. When the Mariners play the Blue Jays, but like that's
the Blue Jays.
Yeah, the Blue Jays come and take over.
Xfinity Mobile Arena.
Oh, okay.
So not the spectrum.
Not the spectrum.
We should just call everything by their old names. The stadiums.
Yeah,
right. They're way better.
They were better back then.
Don't you just have it like where there's certain stadiums that it's just like they're long gone, but it's just what it is. Like, I don't know,
like the Spectrum was probably been my guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what Chicago is now, but it's the United Center.
United Center.
I don't know if it is still. The Garden is still in Boston. I know it's now kept Garden, but it's like it was the TD Ameritrade, and it's
the Lakers still play in Staples Center.
Yeah, Crypto, whatever. It's the Staples.
What was the old LA arena?
Great Western Forum.
Yeah,
Forum.
see, I think Forum.
The fabulous Forum, which is now where the Clippers play.
Yeah, well, the area.
They tore down the Forum. I think they built it on top of the old Great Western Forum.
The old Rose Garden.
Yeah, the old Rose Garden.
You know what's weird is I was a Rose Garden till I die sort of guy. In fact, I had a shirt, I think it was from Portland Gear, that said Rose Garden till I die.
I like the Moda Center.
The Moda has just kind of become now, I no longer call it the Rose Garden, it's Moda. It's a little bit like T-Mobile, right? Like that will be Safeco. Like it will always be Safeco. But I'll bet you kick this ahead 10, 15 years if it's still T-Mobile, then you won't even think about Safeco. Enough time passes, and I never thought I would call it something other than the Rose Garden, but now it sounds weird to call it anything but Moda. And wait till that changes. Wait till they renovate it. They put $600 million.
We're finally used to Moda, and they're going to change it.
Oh, it needs to be the Panda. It needs to be the Panda Den. If we have the fire pit, there's only one way this goes, and that's to you got Panda Express money. It needs to be the Panda Express Arena, and then it's the Panda Den. And I'll tell you what, you keep your head on a swivel when you go into the Panda Den.
So we also get Lakers Thunder tonight. And now there's where I'm with you. Like your Cleveland Detroit is my Lakers Oklahoma City. That is really uninteresting. And every time I tune into it, I'm like, why am I watching this?
Now you're seeing whether or not they get swept. Do they have any sort of balls and manage to stave off elimination?
They probably don't. But real quick, back to my Knicks. They appear destined for the finals. They should beat Cleveland or Detroit. Mm-hmm. Of course, you never know, but they look really good. Like they're in a groove.
Yeah,
that could be pretty good with Oklahoma City, couldn't it? I think they could. Couldn't they muck it up with them?
I would think. They
got some bodies, man. They can throw a lot at SGA.
I didn't have enough respect for the East, well,
no, I'm not saying they're going to win, but
you're right in the fact that they have. Because in theory, the matchup against Maxey should have been really tough for them because they don't have like the small quick guards. They have bigger guys that can guard bigger, not as quick guys, and Shea falls into that. He's not the quickest of guys, but you can throw Bridges, Anunoby, Deuce McBride, Josh Hart. You can throw all those guys. Like, yes, in theory, but they don't have any of the bigs that can.
I don't know how they score.
Yeah.
Because Brunson,
because Dort's going to swallow Brunson up, and then it's going to be, can Bridges make shots? Are you going to rely on Cat to make shots? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm with Suk. The East kind of sucks.
I'm looking to see.
Sweep either way.
You think Oklahoma City sweeps New York?
I think them or the Spurs sweep them either way.
I was looking to see what they did against the Western Conference. They went 18-12. I was just seeing, like, during the regular season, what the Knicks had. I never want to write anything off. I just didn't watch enough Knicks basketball. I just know that like the East all year has just been kind of and then I was told that Detroit could be good. I was told Boston could be good. And I don't think either one of those things is true. So is New York really that good, or are they just playing in the soft-ass East?
Going into the playoffs, I said the only team I thought that had a chance was the Celtics in the East, and I still believe that. Like, if the Celtics were healthy and playing well, they're the only team I thought that could have competed with OKC or the Spurs.
Yeah, to me, it's just they just look really sharp. Yeah. And maybe you're right. Maybe that's just opponent. But you can always tell when like a team's slugging their way through a series, even still winning it.
Well, they're beating the hell out of people
when they're playing their ass off. Like they're playing really good basketball right now.
Yeah.
The Knicks certainly are, but they're certainly. I would imagine they would be limited offensively against Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
I mean, Brunson's awesome, but You can't rely on just him.
No, and if it's San Antonio, I mean, San Antonio didn't give anyone problems because they got a 7'5" dude in the middle. And
I think Brunson should post up Wemby.
He probably could. He's stronger than Wemby, I assume. Brunson is a strong dude, man.
Yeah, Brunson way underrated.
Sure.
He doesn't get talked about.
The Knicks do have guys that would try to hurt Wemby and get under his skin, just like the T-Wolves do.
Yeah, they play bully ball. That's really the only way they can.
Yeah.
So you get Wemby kicked out of a game, you can get a win.
Yeah.
Hurt him.
Take an elbow to the face.
Yeah, Blazers hurt him, got a win. T-Wolves kick him out, get a win.
I will say, of the teams that come out of the East, the Knicks, and it being the Knicks and not being relevant forever and being that market and that fan base, it would be interesting. I'll tell you, like, the NBA Finals, no offense, but with Cleveland or Detroit in it, oh my God, wake me. But when New York brings some sizzle. 100%.
And there's your malfunctioning epiglottis. Thank you. Thank you.
True story.
Thank you so much.
We'll do it live.
Coming up next, let's look at the draft lottery results from the weekend on The Fan. All right, now to the Mike Masters segment. I'm toying with creatine cramps as a segment as well. Let's see.
Creatine cramps is pretty good. It's a nice excuse, I guess.
Yeah, so if you didn't see Darren Peterson, we're going to talk about the draft lottery here. And Darren Peterson was at one time thought of as the number 1 pick in this draft. He has now fallen behind DeBonsa because of a very uneven freshman year at Kansas, where we talked about him many times. He was in and out of the lineup. He would take himself out of games. He was cramping. They didn't know why. It was a whole weird thing. And now they're saying that it was due to, or he says, it was due to too much creatine.
Yeah. And that has not been something that's been a thing for years and years and years. It doesn't cause cramping. It's one of the more studied supplements. Like, everyone takes it, but I mean, I don't know. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, if his medical team came up with the idea that creatine causes cramping, I assume everybody's body reacts differently, but that is not something that is associated with creatine. I also am a little surprised that it took all year for Kansas to figure that out. Like,
no, I think they knew. I just think they didn't want to say.
Well, but how hard is it then to stop creatine? Like,
well, I think he did. I feel like the cramp thing was early in the season, and he said he felt like he was going to die. And then he, after, I don't remember what game it was. Remember that game where he scored enough points? I think it was Oklahoma State, and he took himself out.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to he just didn't want it to happen again. They didn't really know. And after that, he never really came out of the game the way he did early in the season. I mean, it was kind of an early season thing.
Yeah.
It's just his big thing was the offense, that team, he was a really good player and a really adept scorer.
Yeah.
And obviously can ball. It's just the team wasn't quite as good with him on offense because they would just defer. The ball got stagnant with him. That was the problem towards the end because he played. I mean, that was an early season flap. Then he stayed out there. He played, but they just didn't. They beat Arizona without him, by the way. That was the game where he was sick right before the game. That was a whole nother issue.
Arizona hadn't even lost. They were the number 1 team in the country. They're undefeated, and Kansas took them out without him.
So he scored 23 in that game against Oklahoma State in 18 minutes. The last 9 games of the season, he played 29 minutes or more.
Yeah.
Like he was right around 30 or more minutes every game.
So they managed his minutes, and they were, I don't know. He was a lot. Apparently his family was a lot, and I'm not saying he's lying.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. That may help his stock. If there really was something there that,
well, and then you get into that
affected him like that, and he said he thought he was going to die. Like,
it was
really bad.
He had anxiety issues, and it was a mental thing. I mean, I don't know.
I just think he's a lot. He is a lot. His family's a lot. Be prepared, whoever drafts him.
It sounds like, at least from reading through NBA scribes, the belief seems to be commonly held that Peterson is the best player in this draft.
Yeah.
But DeBonsa will go number 1 because the gap between him and Peterson is not big enough for you to ignore the other things that come along with Peterson, whereas DeBonsa, he's everything you want, right? 6'9", athletic, does it all, great player, may not have the NBA upside that Peterson has, but
seems like he's not going to be a headache.
He's not a headache. He's a plug-and-play guy.
Peterson's got a little Kahi in him.
Yeah.
Where it's like, man, he's pretty good. I feel like he's going to be one of those unpredictable guys.
Yep. So, I mean, they're going to go 1-2. It's just a matter of...
Well, Boozer might sneak in there, they're saying. Top 2.
Depends on what teams think of Peterson.
Well,
he could fall.
Utah supposedly has a giant Staboner over DeBonsa and has for years, and he wants to be in Utah. Utah ends up with the number 2 pick. Does Utah try to do something to get up to number 1 to ensure it? Do you, if you're the Wizards, do you move down and stockpile more picks?
I tell you what,
suppose it's because you got Boozer. People love Caleb Love. Now all of a sudden, Caleb Wilson. Caleb Wilson. We love Caleb Love.
We love Caleb Love here, yeah.
But Caleb Wilson is now being compared.
Some of you do. Chuck Barkley loves Caleb Wilson.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
I like Wilson better than Boozer. I think Wilson's gonna be a better pro than Cam Boozer.
I mean, some of the names that are being thrown out with Wilson. I mean, you're hearing stuff like KG type stuff.
He's 6'10" and moves and can do it all.
He's awesome. The reason you probably didn't hear much about him is he got hurt.
He broke his thumb.
Yeah, so he was out for the rest of the season at North Carolina. You didn't see him. Plus, North Carolina just kind of underachieved without him. But so the two most shameless teams got rewarded.
Yeah. So much for the ethical tanking being the model. Yeah.
Exactly. Washington and Utah. Washington will pick 1. Utah will pick 2. The Wizards, the Pacers, and the Nets all had a 14% chance of the top pick. The Wizards get it. Indiana dropped down to number 5, so that pick actually conveys to the Clippers. Ew. So much so Kevin Pritchard had to issue an apology
Wasn't that something?
to his fans. Like, look, I took a risk taking this pick knowing it could convey, but sorry.
Because they traded for Zubac.
Yeah, they got.
Yeah.
And
he was like, we needed a big guy, so we got the big guy. I took the risk, and now we're out of draft.
What was protected 1 through 4 and was protected 10 through 15.
Yeah.
He said that they would not budge on that, and he felt they really needed to go get a big. And the Pacers were bad. I mean, they were only a game or two worse than the Wizards, and they just got screwed over with the odds. And that you kind of feel for Indiana because. I think the idea with Indiana was, right, we're bad for 1 year, and we end up with a top 3 pick, and then
we're back.
And then we got Zubac, and we still have Siakam, and then Halliburton comes back, and then we add a DeBonsa or a Wilson to that.
Yeah.
And instead, no.
Kind of got screwedy over.
That's things. If you're Indiana, that is one of those things that can set you back forever. I mean, for years and years, because they're not going to be this bad again. They just won't. They are going. This will be the only time that they're in position to have this draft this high, and it ended up being the Clippers.
It's like we were talking about the Warriors earlier, how they want to keep their legacy going or whatever. But they had the number 2 pick, and they picked James Wiseman.
It's killer.
They still won a title after that, but now you look at what they have. They don't have anybody to build for the future. Had they drafted LaMelo Ball or somebody else,
it's funny that sometimes just the bouncing of the ping pong ball, or I guess your combination coming up, it changes the course of your franchise forever. And you'll always look back on that. And San Antonio's that way. Look, San Antonio's done a nice job, but them getting that combination with Wemby was
Castle, Harper.
Well, and you can go all the way back. They were bad for 1 year all those years ago, and they got Tim Duncan, and that changed the course of that franchise forever. It's kind of funny how that goes, and so you just wonder if that goes back and haunts Indiana for the foreseeable future.
So the order will be Washington 1, Utah 2, Memphis 3, Chicago 4, Clippers 5, Brooklyn fell down to 6. Then you go Sacramento, Atlanta, Dallas, followed by Milwaukee, Golden State, Oklahoma City, Miami, and Charlotte.
So Portland's pick would have, had they held on to their own pick, it was not, it would have been, what number was it? It was...
I have no idea what you're talking about.
15 or 16.
15 or 16. Had Portland not made there was the idea of if you don't make the postseason, you got to keep your pick. Where's Chicago picking?
They are 4th.
Chicago?
Yeah.
The Bulls. That's not the Blazers pick. That's the Bulls pick.
Oh, the Bulls pick. No, what would have been the Blazers pick? It ends up. It's like 15.
It's out of the lottery.
It's out of the lottery.
Okay.
Yeah,
we got there. Clear as mud.
We did.
Oh, it's just the idea that had you not made the postseason, you would have had a draft pick. Yeah, it would have been 15th or 16th.
Sorry for the conspiracy theorists out there, but Dallas did not get it again.
No.
Or the Warriors.
Golden State did not get it, and neither did Oklahoma City, who had a...
I think NBA fans would have rioted if the Thunder got the first pick in the draft.
Gosh.
And the thing is,
my God, yeah.
The Thunder did it the right way, too.
Yeah.
The Thunder did it in a way that you should be celebrating. They traded for guys. They traded away Paul George, got Shea. Yeah. They got draft picks. They've done it the right way, and then they would get rewarded with everyone hating them.
Even if they had gotten a top 5 pick, people would have rioted.
So the Wizards being number 1, you mentioned Utah jumping up to maybe if they could pull off a trade or something, get up there and get DeBonsa.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Darren Peterson just fits with the Wizards.
Trae Young, Anthony Davis,
yes,
Darren Peterson.
And that guy, it just makes too much sense.
Just all the pains in the asses that you could get. And injury prone, and you never know what's really wrong with them. In the nation's capital, let's go. Boy, you are right. That is just, is peanut butter and
I hate
strippers.
to admit it, though, but it's I still think Darren Peterson is the most talented player in the draft.
Well, yeah, that's what Suk was saying.
Well, I talked to 8 GMs today.
He's
well,
on the horn.
And they all said the same thing.
Yeah.
And we compared notes, and they were like, no, he's the best in the draft, but he's got mental problems, and he's a cramper.
I think he's going to be good in the NBA.
So the Wizards, yeah, I think he will be too. But the question is, will his team be good? There's a lot of guys who are good, but that doesn't help their team that much.
I think there's...
You know what I mean?
I think there's a lot of... And he probably won't be this good, but I think there's a lot of Anthony Edwards in him.
Yeah.
Where there's questions about him off the court, on the court. Does he love the game? But Anthony Edwards, when he gets on the court, he's a competitor. And I think Peterson, when he plays against these guys, he's going to rise up. They got the same type of measurements, like 6'4.5". Like, I kind of think he's got a little ant in him.
Is he only 6'4.5"? I thought Peterson was
he
more
measured
like,
today 6'4".
Oh, okay,
I was looking at the measurements.
I thought he's more like a 6'6" guy. Anyway,
Didn't the Wizards have a top 2 or 3 pick a couple of years ago too? Who'd they pick? Do they have like a young stud?
The Wizards. It was last year they drafted Trey Johnson out of Texas.
No, it was weren't they like top?
Koulibaly.
I thought they drafted like a Frenchman.
Oh, Sarr. Alex
Sarr.
Sarr.
Yeah, Sarr.
That guy.
Yeah.
Denny Advia? Oh.
No.
Yeah,
Is
Alex
Sarr any good?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, it's hard to say because he's played no meaningful basketball, but he's put up good numbers and he's still 7 foot and can block shots.
Yeah, he was the number 2 overall pick in 2024. So they went
2. Okay.
They went Trey Johnson, Alex Sarr, and then Jarris Walker.
They have like Bub Carrington.
Yeah.
Koulibaly.
Boy, they don't have a very rich history of drafting, do they?
They do not.
They did draft Denny.
And then traded him.
Hachimura.
Sarr's averaging 6.
They drafted Denny, signed him to a great contract, and then traded him.
16-7 is Sarr.
They did draft Beal.
John Wall.
Beal and Wall at one point.
We have no idea if Beal was ever any good or if he just wallowed in Washington and put up the most meaningless.
You're right. Nobody knows if he's good.
Well, he spent all those years putting up 20 in Washington, and the moment he finally left, he just turned into total ass. So you just don't know.
Cheeks.
I'm asking you. How many years did he play in Washington? Like 10?
Yeah.
Sure.
That seems about right.
Were those? And I'm guessing during that he probably averaged 20 and
he was over 30.
He has 11 years in Washington. He averaged 22 points a game.
Okay. Was that the most meaningless decade of 22 points in the history of the NBA?
Yeah, he averaged 31 in 2021.
And 30 and a half the year before.
He was an all-star.
So for 2 years, has there ever been a more worthless 30 points scored per year?
Can I give you Carmelo Anthony's entire career?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Well, the ultimate guy of this is Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine has played one playoff series in his career, and he got swept. Yeah. And he's averaged over 20 points a game, but he's never been on a good team.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Where you're like, is he good? I don't know. Puts up okay numbers.
I mean, he's good, but does he help his team? That's what I think about Peterson.
Right, and he could be that.
He might be a me first.
He may be Zach LaVine, where he's put up 25, but your team just sucks.
Get paid, and that's it.
Like Kevin Love was doing monster numbers in Minnesota, and then he got shipped out, and it was like,
you're an average player now. You're a good player,
right? Kevin Love was like 20 and 10. And everyone's like, oh, and then
he was more than he was like 20.
Dude was
15
was awesome. And then he went to Cleveland, and they were like, now he won a title in Cleveland, but he won a title kind of despite him. They're like, really?
Kevin Love had a season where he averaged 26 points a game and 13 rebounds.
Yes.
He also averaged 15 rebounds one season.
It's amazing. And then he left, and there was a lot of like, he's okay. He's all right. NBA champion.
He had an incredible 4-year stretch in the NBA. Kevin Love did.
And that is today's creatine cramp segment.
Oh, my leg.
That's what we're going to go with. That replaces Mike Masters. I like it better.
I will say, creatine has never given me cramps, but it will give you the runs. Has he ever had a problem with the trots? Because that can happen.
Do you remember when I mentioned way earlier in the show that we have somebody who has been run over by something?
Yes.
And it's new.
Yeah. We got a new train.
The new train is now this. Next on The Fan.
from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Spurs star center Victor Wembanyama. He is not going to face any other punishment after he was ejected in Game 4 of their series against the T-Wolves for elbowing Nasri in the face. So a flagrant 2 for Wemby. No other punishment. Game 5 tomorrow. Series tied at 2. And according to Shams, Milwaukee Bucks, they're open for business on trade calls for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Of course, last week, co-owner Jimmy Haslam said that he wanted to figure out the Giannis situation and have it solved by the NBA draft, which is 6 weeks away. And the Wizards, they're going to have the number 1 pick in that NBA draft as they won the draft lottery over the weekend. Missouri Tigers running back Ahmad Hardy, he was shot at a concert in Mississippi early Sunday morning. He is in stable condition following surgery. Hardy rushed for over 1,600 yards and was a first-team All-SEC a season ago. And the Chargers got another weapon. They come agree with terms with former Browns tight end David Njoku, 1-year deal worth up to $8 million. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at WarrenAllen.com.
Jacked a granny.
You jacked a granny today.
Wow.
Hey, it's me. I mean, you know.
They are going to rock your ass for
I love
2
golf
hours.
news. Okay, we apologize.
It's time for the club, baby, on 105.1 and 1080. The Fan.
Are your balls jiggling?
Ooh-wee.
I'm going to show you my boobs. Welcome to the club. Some call it Duh Club.
I think that's a 50-cent thing.
Tonight, we begin with someone who has been run over by a new...
Apparati? What do we...
Yes, a new apparatus. You know, you can get run over by...
You can run over by anything, really.
A truck.
Yeah.
You can get run over by a bus.
Snowmobile, motorcycle.
Hot dog cart.
Oh, yeah. Boy, wouldn't that be something?
You could get run over by a tank.
Jeremy Renner, remember, he got run over by a snowplow.
Yeah, well, he's...
Steamroller would be bad.
I think it took off on him and he jumped...
Yeah, he tried.
He jumped on the wheel to try to jump in it.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I think.
You gotta let that thing go.
Yeah, you can get run over by a parade float.
Yeah. I mean, those things anything that's heavy, I mean, they're gonna run you over.
First I've heard of this. We have somebody run over by an airplane.
Huh. Well,
it happened.
In what
context? A pedestrian.
I think he broke his brain.
A pedestrian.
How do you?
Now, how do you get hit by an airplane?
I mean, they're going quite fast. I mean,
not all the time. This was on the runway.
Just
it
taxiing.
wasn't. Yeah, it was just heading out to.
Man, I'm googling man run over by airplane. I often am confused by the time, but when you see, you have broken my brain. The amount of people that are run over by large objects that it seems impossible to get run over by, it never ceases to amaze me. Starting with trains. Don't know how it happens.
So the flight was departing from Denver to Los Angeles.
See it right here.
It was 11:20 Mountain Time, Friday night. Pedestrian hit by a plane on the runway, and they have indeed perished.
Yeah, I would assume so. I don't think you walk away from getting struck by a freaking airplane. Did he get sucked up into the engine? Because I see that...
No, he just got hit.
Well, it said the flames erupted.
Yeah, well, their engine So here, I'm gonna play the audio. I have the 35-second airplane audio.
Where the pilot's like, did I just hit somebody?
Yes, exactly. Well, actually, he kind of knows that they do. It's weird. These are always so interesting because they just are so calm.
Yeah.
So here's the audio.
Tower, Frontier 4345. We're stopping on the runway. We just hit somebody. We have an engine fire.
Frontier 4345, I see that. Southwest Frontier 4345, I'm going to be rolling the trucks now. Can you know the souls on board and fuel remaining?
All right, 4345. We have 231 souls on board. We have 21,320 pounds of fuel on board. There was an individual walking across the runway.
Okay, we are rolling the trucks down.
Oh, yeah, dude, I see the video here.
Soul. By the way, they call them souls?
Yeah, that seems a bit...
Is that new?
It seems a bit dramatic.
Have they always done that?
I think that's
How many passengers
I
do
think
you
that's
have?
just him.
How many souls do you have?
Souls?
Well, they both said it.
Well, what if you're a soulless bastard? I don't know.
Right. I don't have a soul. I'm on board. What are they going to do? Say 230 instead of 231?
Just assume.
Yeah, I don't like
they
that.
Don't ever assume I have a soul. Yeah, never assume I have a soul.
I've never heard... Well, I guess, you know what? I think that's probably... I think I've heard that, where someone's like, someone is referred to a group of people by the number of souls, but it does seem a bit odd in this case. Passengers seems to be more appropriate.
Now, this person is saying, airplane strikes pedestrian. The story everywhere says airplane strikes pedestrian, and you just said someone got hit by an airplane. This is not the plane or pilot's fault.
No.
The dude clearly jumped into the engine on purpose.
No, he did not. There's video of it.
Yeah,
He's just walking across
He's just walking.
He's walking.
He got hit by the front wheel.
Oh, it looked like he got hit by the... No, he got hit by the engine.
He got hit by the engine.
So,
Well, wait. How does that happen?
So, if you see the video, it's in night vision, right?
Okay.
But the dude's just taking a casual stroll across the runway. He's just walking. He's not running, but he's not standing still. He appears to be walking straight ahead, not paying attention. Meanwhile, here comes the jet, and the front of the plane does not get him.
How fast is it going?
Well, I'm assuming, on takeoff. This is not taxiing. They are getting ready to take off, so you're probably going 100 plus miles an hour.
So they're flying.
No, yeah, they're flying, but it's on the ground. They're getting ready for liftoff. The nose of the plane misses him, but the jet hangs down from the wing. The engine gets him. So yeah, he went through the engine, which is why they had an engine fire. He literally got the worst place that you could get hit. He got hit. He took the full brunt of the engine.
Yeah, I'm watching it, and he is just kind of strutting along there.
Yeah, he never turns. He never once turns. Wow. And it's at night, and so I understand it's dark, but I get airports are loud. You're walking across the runway, and that big thing with the lights on it is coming at you. You would think at some point you would turn. Did he have headphones on? Was he listening to Maraca Band? What was he doing? I would think that if you're in an airport and you're crossing a runway, you would check at least 17 times. And by the way, you're not allowed to cross runways.
No.
What are you doing?
Well, you can't even be out there, can you?
No.
Unless you're a worker?
Look, I'm taking a guess right now, and I'm going to say streetmen. This seems like it's the work of the streetmen.
Yeah, I see it here. Yeah, so they were flying because they were getting ready to take off.
Yeah, 100 plus miles an hour, and
there's no way and I'm sure the guy. Do you think the pilot saw him and just was like, "Dude, there's nothing I can."
Yes.
Yeah,
there's nothing you can do.
Hopefully, he gets out of the way.
There's no horn. You can't give it the old beep beep. So at that point, you just have to hope that. Now, think about how unlucky he is because the front of the plane missed him. All he had to do was not keep walking, and he probably goes right underneath the wing and then poops his pants a little bit, but he's probably fine. But my man kept walking right into the engine.
So they had to...
And by the way, I see video here. There was people... I don't know. Why do people film their takeoff? But there was someone that was filming, and they've got it on... They're filming out the window, and then all of a sudden, you can see the flame.
Probably filming the person walking across the runway because that's unusual.
Yeah.
They're like, what the hell? And they you got to grab the phone.
Boy, I've never heard of that. I've never heard of someone getting run over by an airplane. And it's such a haunting video because of how casual the person's walking.
Yeah, they almost have a little joyful.
Yeah.
I don't know what would be that word.
Well, there's like a stroll to it.
Yeah,
it's
they're
like
strutting.
Again, maybe you got something.
Maybe dancing.
I was thinking maybe you got a nice tune going, like maybe some baby's got her blue jeans on or something. You're feeling the beat a little bit, and it like you can click. He never, or she, they never turn to look at the airplane. The only saving grace is that person probably didn't realize what had happened until it was too late. That's just I don't know how fast that's. I'm gonna have to look up how fast planes have to go to take off, but I'm assuming that's 150 plus when that thing strikes you, so it's instantaneous.
So now we're getting airplane guy. Airplane guys.
Oh yeah. It says
they get a little mad.
Commercial jetliners 150 to 180 before you pull up.
So yes, souls. I get the whole idea of saying souls to include all people, but and not just passengers, because it's crew and passengers, right? So that's why they say soul. I get that.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why they have to say souls. Why can't you just say people?
Yeah.
Total. What's your total?
Agreed.
Seems
a little weird.
The other thing is this man is very upset. Well, he's not very upset, but he seems perturbed that we are saying. So he says he jumped multiple fences. The plane sucked him into the engine from a good distance. The plane did not strike anybody. He was there for one reason and one reason only. This man here is not happy with our presentation of this particular story.
So for a fact that the dude tried to jump into the engine? Like, you don't know that. If you were trying to get hit by the airplane, wouldn't you turn and go towards the airplane? And if so, I'll tell you what. If that's the case, that dude has impeccable timing if he was trying to get hit, because he's casually walking and he times it perfectly to get drilled up into the engine. But apparently this guy, Captain Race O'Bannon here, texted in, master of the skies and the ground, apparently. Apparently you know what was going through this gentleman's head. I don't know. Intentional, non-intentional, either way. My man, that went quick. I'm guessing getting sucked up into that engine is very fast.
Tell you, we just had an influx of airplane mishaps, haven't we? There's just been a lot of stuff lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff's going on. Whew.
Cool.
Stuff is going on.
Well, look, can we be honest? It feels like the world's getting a little loose right now. We're all getting a little wild out there in the tall grass. Stuff's happening.
Yeah, it does feel like that.
It's wild out there. So, just keep your head down and mind your own business when,
Isn't that interesting? We worry about none of it.
Yeah.
It's like,
what am I going to do about it?
Right.
It's my answer to everything. My daughter gets she gets a lot of anxiety over the state of the world, and I'm always like, well, what are we going to do about it? You think you and
drink.
There you go.
Tell her to drink.
Yeah, we make no difference in this world.
I got to write my stock watch. I have those. I have that to worry about. Can't worry about the world.
She'd be like, well, you have a voice, Dad. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure I do. I'm sure I'm going to sway a lot of public opinion.
The voice of the street man?
Exactly. Well, I get some people that get upset about that, too. You can't talk about them that way. I'm like, what? Oh, sorry.
I
sure can.
Actually, I can. Tune in. I do. What, are they going to form a coalition and come after me? I'm sorry.
Ooh. The street man?
I have sympathy towards them. What do you want me to do about it?
This guy.
No, I'm not the reason you're out there, nor am I the solution. Believe me, if I could wave a magic wand, if Suk had some magic powers to solve the streetman problem, I would do it. But I don't. So I just try to live in my little world, and I keep a 7-foot perimeter between me and the streetman at all times. Because they're unpredictable.
Yeah, it's just funny. You're seeing all this stuff, and I don't know. It's probably just because I'm real dumb. I'll just get my bag and head to the airport and hop on the plane. I'll just be happy as a clam when I go. I think I'm traveling again next month or whatever. Yeah. That being said, won't worry a thing about any of it.
You either make two choices, right? You either choose to do what we're doing, you become super stressed, and then you're just miserable all the time. Or you go full Unabomber and you just bug out and you move into a cabin somewhere and you write creepy letters to people, a.k.a. manifestos. I watched that Bad Neighbor show.
Yeah.
There's some people in Oregon that did that. They moved to the middle of like the Nevada desert or New Mexico or whatever, and they're just like, well, I'm going to dig a hole in the ground and like, get ready.
But now they're in a fight with their neighbors.
Exactly. You can't escape it, right? You moved out to middle of nowhere so that you would avoid conflict, and now you're in a fight to the death.
You're on a TV show about fighting your neighbor.
Yeah.
Over a fence.
Yeah. Dude, at some point, relax and have a drink. I don't know. Whatever you need to do to relax.
By the way, alcoholics.
I would like to report Captain Race O'Bannon has stepped down. He says he cannot become a segment arguer. He will not do it. He concedes.
Well, too much respect for you guys.
You win.
Too much respect.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I'm not here to say what that person was thinking, but you can't either. All I know is some dude just got sucked up into an engine. But I am often amazed because I'm assuming in order to get from that, because like, if you ever ridden down like what is that? What's the road that runs in front of the
Airport Way?
No. It's Columbia, right?
Oh, or like right on the water.
Yeah,
there?
right on the water. There.
Yeah.
You ride I'll ride my bicycle down there sometimes, and you could ride way out. It would be so easy to hop a fence, and now you're just at night, and you could easily cruise on up, and you're there at the airport.
Oh, that's Marine Drive.
Marine Drive.
Yeah.
There you go. The amount of effort that it takes you to get to that point, like that's where what level of unearned confidence, what level of crazy, what level of drugs. It's the same dude that like goes to the zoo and like climbs 3 fences to like get into the polar bear like enclosure, and then the polar bear grabs him and you're like, oh. Or those dudes that were throwing pine cones at the tiger and then decided to dangle their legs over the cage. There was the one guy at Six Flags that got decapitated by the lady's leg. You remember that one?
No, by the wait, what? A leg?
Six Flags, I think it was the Batman ride where it was a suspension coaster where the people strap in but their little legs dangle. You ever seen those?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're sitting in there and the dude's hat had fallen off. He was like 16 or something. His hat had fallen off while he was on the ride. So he decided that once his ride was done, he was going to go back out there and get it.
Oh, no.
And he jumped multiple fences, like all the warning stuff, and decided to go out there and get his hat. And the ride came around and someone's legs were dangling and they hit him.
Oh, dear.
And my man went Sleepy Hollow and gone.
Wow.
Head off.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many things that along the way that you would think that a normal person, it would be like, don't do this. This is dangerous. Maybe turn back. Not a good idea. Anytime someone gets hit by a train, a roller coaster, an airplane, I am often just shocked. At no point during that did something, like, don't we all have something inside of us that says, like, danger, Will Robinson? Like an instinct, like, we don't do this? Like,
I
this
think
is
some people are missing that.
It's like a bad idea.
And it's a problem.
Do animals? Because every animal has, like, instincts, and we're animals. So are there, like, deer and, like, little, like, animals out there that are like, what's happening here? Oh, let's go see what this tiger is up to. And they just, like, wander over to the tiger and to see if it's friendly?
Some people some people aren't afraid of death. They're just not afraid.
Or they're on major drugs.
That can make you probably think that way,
possible.
Too.
And then you don't, yeah.
So I'm reserving judgment until I see what this person was doing or what they were about.
Yeah, we'll get the lowdown.
But that video is haunting.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Haunting. And then, of course, if Rob's on that plane, you know you're pissed.
Now I got to go down the slide?
Yeah. Although, I'm not going to lie.
I'm just not into it, bro.
If my plane had to get delayed and my flight was going to get canceled, I want to go down the slide.
That's probably...
I've never been down the slide.
Probably a better way to disembark.
Well, I just, if you're going to, like, my flight's gone and I'm not going anywhere, the least you could do is give me a cool story where I'm like, I got to go down the slide. That's something. I'd rather that than go back to the stupid tarmac and get off like a lame-o and then go back in there and like try to eat some Panda Express and take a nap. Get me off the slide. There's something cool about that. Tell you what,
somebody said, I think it was Deal, he said, listen, Rob's going to want this plane to keep going. And of course I would not in this instance.
Well,
there's no way to do that.
Well, the engine's on fire.
Yeah, you have to stop and everybody has to go down the slide.
Throw some dirt on it. Let's go.
But I tell you what, I would head straight for that escape lounge.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'd be there a while.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You know what I'm saying?
If I'm on a plane and we strike someone, catch on fire, and I go down the slide, I feel like I deserve free access to that lounge.
Well,
it's the least you can do.
What if you already have access? I see. They're not giving you access to that lounge.
That's bull.
But they might give you how they give you the the $24 food voucher.
No, I want to be in the lounge. Dude, I had to take the slide down. I'm demanding access to the lounge.
You'll like your $20 gift certificate and take it.
Well, we can't let you in the lounge, sir, but here is a $24
to the
order of chicken fingers.
Yeah, I'm going to the Wolfgang Puck Express. Bite me, Wolfgang. I want into the Express lounge.
Now, this is how you raise awareness. Next.
Now, here's...
Now, from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on the Fan, Spurs center Victor Wembanyama. He is not going to face any other punishment after he elbowed Naz Reid in the face in Game 4. Got a flagrant 2, but no fine, no suspension. He'll be active for Game 5 between those two teams tomorrow. Series tied at 2. And according to Shams Charania of the Milwaukee Bucks, they are open to trade Giannis Antetokounmpo. Last week, co-owner Jimmy Haslam said they want to figure out the Giannis situation by the NBA draft. That is 6 weeks away. And with the number 1 overall pick, the Washington Wizards are on the clock. They won the draft lottery over the weekend. Missouri Tigers running back Ahmad Hardy, he was shot at a concert in Mississippi early Sunday morning. He is in stable condition following surgery. Hardy rushed for over 1,600 yards, was a first-team All-SEC performer a season ago. And the Chargers, they've added another weapon for Justin Herbert. They have agreed to terms with former Cleveland Browns tight end David Njoku on a 1-year deal worth up to $8 million. I'm Stephen Vaughn from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
As you like to point out, oftentimes when we're trying to raise awareness in this great land of ours, it can be futile.
Yes. We don't want to do anything to make any sort of real change. We just want to raise awareness.
Drum up some awareness.
I think people do a lot of stuff in this world to feel good about themselves and not actually do anything of real substance. But hey, whatever you need to get by so you don't walk in front of a jet engine.
Well, here we have a man. This man is in England. This was Halifax, West Yorkshire.
Why did you turn into a southern gentleman there when you were talking about Yorkshire?
Well, that's just what Yorkshire should sound like.
That had a real southern dandy sort of quality to it.
Yeah, now.
Main justice.
Yeah, now. A wacky strongman believes he has become the first person in the world to pull a car with his penis while on fire.
Now, his penis was on fire or the car was on fire?
No, he was on fire.
That thing's enormous.
Boy,
this is... Yeah, there are questions here. He insists this stunt was a bid to raise awareness for prostate cancer.
Oh, for God's sakes. No, it wasn't.
His name is John Stevenson. He is 50.
I'm 50. I stretch, kick, and pull things with my penis.
He is 50. He hauled a 2-ton French police car 131 feet along a residential street using his manhood after being set ablaze.
Like kick. Wow. And I stretch. Wait, how do you even... What is happening? How do you have the idea that you can pull a car with your penis and then think, what if I lit myself on fire as well?
Using a tow rope attached to his Johnson, Stevenson was able to pull the Renault Clio RS along the road, and despite admitting it hurt quite a bit, the dad of 3 said everything was still intact. The martial arts expert and former bare-knuckle fighter had previously hit the headlines for pulling a car using his testes and pulling a car while his head was on fire.
I'm with Zook. Like, I kind of get pulling it with your thing there, but why the fire? What's up with that?
Well, and
he said he wants to I think his thing was he was trying to combine the two.
Because
so
I could see like sitting around with friends and be like, oh, I could pull that with it, but.
Well, so like I said, he's known for having his head on fire and pulling a car, and also known for pulling a car with his testes. So he wanted to combine the two. So he threw the whimsy of the dong into this one.
It
is dumb.
Well, and I got questions.
Quite dumb.
Well, I'm watching here, and you can't really see. He's got like a sock covering the manhood.
I thought it was small.
How do we know?
Yeah,
prove it.
Well, like. Again, I'm just trying to think from a realistic point of view, right? In order for that to go around your penis, you're going to have to either tie that off or there has to be some sort of clamp. And I find it hard to believe that the force. See, I'm watching him pull the car, and it's actually quite easy. The car is moving, like, really easy. I've seen enough of those strongman competitions that pulling a car, anything of substance, is quite hard. He just starts lightly backpedaling, and I'm expected to believe that is tied or clamped in somehow to his penis, and that is not. There's no shearing. There's no like that. I don't.
He says he has a few marks down there.
I don't believe it. I think this is.
But who doesn't?
I think this is fake news.
That's just Tuesday.
I'm going to need to see now.
Zook says it's hard to pull it, but he was not hard, so he can pull it.
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Now, if you want to go Red Hot Chili Pepper and you want to strip down buck naked and I get to see that thing, I'll believe it. But again, have you ever tried to push a car? Have you ever had to push a car when someone...
Well, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It is
a helpful citizen.
It is quite hard. And I'm a big guy, and I've had to push a car off the road, and that is my full weight leaning into it with my hands, my shoulder, and everything. And this is a regular size car. It'd be like pushing a Honda Civic. So you're telling me this dude pulled it with his Johnson? No. This isn't.
You're not buying it.
No, there's someone in the car either pushing on the gas. This is not
neutral.
This is not. Well, it has to be neutral anyways.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. But he's driving it off.
It's down. Now, this is. I'm calling horse nears.
Let's go try it.
You know
Let's
me.
see how hard it is.
You know me. Whenever I hear these stories, there's sometimes 2 and 2 ain't adding up. And
why don't we go out during? I think he's right. Let's pull out your pud.
We'll get you a sock.
You can pull my Outback.
If you're gonna do that, I think you got to go. I think you got to go dong out. How am I supposed to believe that you're pulling this with your penis when we can't see penis? That doesn't. No. I need to see dong if I'm expected to believe that this is what you're doing.
Please.
No dong, no believe. It's that simple.
Clip that too, please. No dong, no believe. I love that.
I mean, clearly this dude's a tough guy. He's a bare knuckle fighter.
Yeah, he's a martial artist.
He's a martial artist guy. But at the end of the day, you can rip your penis in half. You can cut your penis off. And again, he needs to explain how that's attached to the penis.
He's a tough guy, but he's also a liar.
Exactly.
Yeah, this story I'm reading doesn't actually. I thought it would go into the deets on what how he harnessed that thing, and it doesn't.
No. I'm calling horse bleed. The thing that got it is the ease at which the car is pulled. Sometimes you see like the people are like, oh, I'm going to lift a bunch of weight. If you've lifted weights before, there's like if you're lifting a certain amount of weight, no matter how strong you are, there's a look to what's lifting something heavy has to it, right?
Oops.
And if everyone is at some point has probably pushed a car, that's not an easy task. So if it looks a certain way and it's hard to move a car with your whole body, I'm supposed to believe that this dude casually backpedals like he's in a DB drill, and it just so happens that his penis is so mighty, he's got the Thor of penises, the mighty power of Zeus's dong, and he just pulls this car with him? No, it's
I'm
not.
with you. Watching the video, like there's something up.
Something's up. Look how easily it rolls.
Yeah. And then the fire thing, like Steven said, like that's just dumb. Like, why do you have that? What's the point?
Yeah. All to raise awareness for what?
Well,
he didn't even do a good job. We don't know what he did it for.
Well, he says prostate cancer, but he also said bullying in schools. So he's he's thrown another.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now I'm on board.
Those two things.
Yeah.
But only those two.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and believe me, I'm trying to zoom in here to see how this thing is attached, and I just
it doesn't say.
I think he's a liar. And then someone always asks, why would someone lie? The amount of crap that people lie about is shocking. And this appears to me to be a big fat lie.
That's an easy question to answer, though.
Yeah.
Why would someone lie?
Get attention.
Exactly. He wants attention. He's gone viral.
Yeah.
It's like age old. Humans crave it. They need it.
Yeah.
They want it. And they don't know any other way to get it.
I guess. Well,
That's what it is.
He's got face tattoos. So
All right. Next order of business. You guys are Costco eaters?
Costco eaters. What do you mean?
Don't you guys eat at Costco?
No.
I know Steven does.
I go to Costco.
You eat at Costco, Steven?
Do I eat at Costco?
Yeah.
Like,
haven't you said you eat at Costco before?
I used to. When I worked there, I would. I mean, it's $1.50 hot dog. That's like when you're a poor college kid, you're just eating that for lunch.
Yeah.
So I don't eat it now because I've ate way too many hot dogs.
But yeah, if you want the best, I think the best value in the food game is the Costco hot dog, right? Drinking a dog for
you get a
$1.50?
drink and a dog for $1.50. I mean, you know, when I'm 20, 21 years old, it's perfect. But nowadays, I do not. I might get like a little ice cream or something, a little yogurt.
Yeah, occasionally if I'm forced to go to Costco and I have to roam the
You'll
roam
eat
the
something
store.
there? Eat a piece of pizza?
Well, a lot of times you'll go and like you got to check out the samples, see what the samples have to go. And then if there's no decent samples, then maybe on your way out you grab a sundae or
get a berry smoothie.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay. Well, we've got a new cuisine at Costco. This is big news, guys.
Now, I will say, when you go to Costco, the food court is a jumping.
Yeah.
The people
love it.
People love it. They're all about the food cart.
They've changed the menu. We'll tell you what's next. Next on The Fan. We got some new content for you guys. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
I need to see dong.
Boy.
Well,
perfect.
It's emphatic. I stand by it. If you're telling me...
We also have this.
No dong, no believe.
There's another longer one where he's like, if you're pulling something with your penis, I need to see penis. Something like that, but it was a little clunky.
Look, I stand by this. If you're telling me that you're doing something amazing with a part of your body, whatever it is, no dong, no believe. Finger, foot.
You went all Otani
You fingering that is making me very uncomfortable.
Didn't you? Like
a little bit.
No dong, no believe.
Yes. Oh, Otani-san. But you know what I mean? Now, if I told you, Rob,
yeah,
I can hold red hot coals in my hand.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow, that seems interesting. I'm like, yeah, I've worked really hard at it, and I'm going to raise awareness for, I don't know.
That's the big part. You got to raise awareness.
I'm raising awareness for fingernail fungus by holding red hot coals. And so I get some red hot coals, and you can see the red hot coals. And then I'm like, check this out. And then I put a big black blanket over my hand, and then I'm like, check this out. And then I hold it up, and I'm like, I'm holding red hot coals. What would you say? You'd be like, this is the dumbest thing. I need to see dong. Same thing. Hey, I'm going to pull this cart with my teeth. I'm going to pull a car with my teeth. And so you watch me put it in my mouth, and then I cover it with a hood. And you're like, well, that seems a bit fishy. But because it's the dude's dong, we're like, well, I guess. No. No dong, no believe. Right there. Hands down. I need to see it.
It reminds me of the donger need food.
Yeah. No more Yankee my wanky. The donger need food. I stand by that statement.
Listen, no one's arguing with your stance on the statement.
Yeah.
We just like the out of context drops.
Yeah. I need to see dong.
I love those.
I call this guy. We need more people that tell people you're full of crap. People making outlandish claims. Oh, I'm done this. No, dude, that's horse crap.
Well,
you didn't do any of that.
I think we're fatigued at this point with that, aren't we?
The outlandish are calling people out.
With the it's just been happening
so
much.
It is true. We have someone every day that does it in the most. I've never seen anything like it. It's amazing.
So we've stopped caring. We're just like, whatever.
That is a valid point. You ever heard of the word skedaddle? No one's ever seen sea before. What?
You know the word skedaddle? It means skedaddle.
You're right. Yeah. And now everyone just lets it go.
Because there's too much of it.
Yeah. You can just say whatever you want. Just the thing that everyone knows you're full of crap. But everyone's like,
yeah, you can't focus on any one thing. It's genius, really.
It really is. Well, I'm not letting
Got me to stop caring.
I wish I would have been there. I would have been like, yeah, that's a bunch of crap. Let's go.
Execute the baby.
Drop them. Drop the drawers.
So Costco is changing up its menu, and I know a lot of you like to eat at Costco because it's cheap.
Yeah, well, you're at Costco,
right? And
anyways,
you may be hungry, and you're just like, I just.
In the midst
it's very convenient.
In the midst of buying some elastic waisted jeans and discount toilet paper, you head on over and you grab yourself a slice.
Yeah, so they've added new sundae flavors. They had a major cola swap of the colas.
Are they not? Because I think they're Pepsi.
Did they take away a Coke Zero, like Delta?
I thought they were Pepsi. I think they're Pepsi.
I don't remember. I don't know.
Did they go to Coke? Because that's a nice move.
They have shifted from Pepsi to Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a
in
good
all
move.
of their locations.
I might have to go back to get a hot dog.
It's a good move.
Yeah.
Because I will say that when I do get the hot dog, I'm not thrilled that I have to deal with the Diet Pepsi, which is fine. I'll deal with it, but I don't want the Diet Pepsi. I want the Diet Coke or the Coke Zero. Smart move. And now that berry sundae flavor, I'm excited about that. Again, that might be the best thing happening at the Costco food bar is that little berry sundae.
That's elite. That's good.
Yeah.
They also have 2 hearty meat-topped salads that you could eat.
Who's getting a salad at Costco?
No.
Well, that was in response to the hot dog. You know how people are.
No.
They're like, why don't you offer us any healthy options?
Let me
just throw a hot dog on a salad.
Yeah, let me tell you this. If you're trying to eat healthy at Costco and your solution is a salad, I'm guessing the hot dog is probably actually going to end up being better for you than the salad. Yeah, and because didn't you say meat-loaded salad?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We'll throw a bunch of meat on there, some croutons, put a bunch of thick dressing on there, but hey, I'm eating healthy.
It's loaded with salt, but it's healthy.
Yeah, it's fine. We got this.
So they report that Costco is pulling its calzone from its menu. You know, the calzone replaced the pizza slice, and that pissed people off. Nobody ever got used to that.
There's no more pizza slice?
No, they put calzones on there.
I never had the calzone.
And I love a good calzone, but it's not something you just...
No, the best part about you need everything at Costco, it's got to be the walk-in slice.
Exactly.
Same thing with the hot dog. I can't walk with the calzone's not a walk-in food.
Because in theory, you may go get the food before you shop. There's a lot of people that do that. They get food, then they go shopping. So you got to have...
It has
just a one-hander.
Yeah, it's either that or I need to be able to eat it on my way to the car.
Right.
Like that's where everything is consumed for me.
Yeah, the calzone, you cut those, right? I mean, I guess you could pick them up
But you kind of need both hands.
You need both hands.
Yeah.
Or it's a knife and fork. That's right out.
Yeah.
It's a good move.
So anyway, the calzone is out, and as shoppers never really embraced the calzone, in its place, Costco is introducing, for the first time ever, on the fan, they are introducing chicken tendies.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want some Costco chicken tendies right now. What is happening? I love chicken tendies.
Early returns are they do not skimp on their chicken tendies. They give you a heavy basket of 5 fat fingers.
That's a lot of tendies, by the way.
With honey mustard dipping sauce.
But are they just going like frozen from their frozen section?
They are baked, not fried.
That's good.
And they are $6.99.
I'm
so a little more than you're normally used to paying at Costco.
I got to go pick up my son tonight, and I got to wait a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get some tendies.
I'm telling you right now, if I walked out the front of this building and someone was standing there and was like, Sook, $6.99, basket of tendies. Done and done.
Yeah, because again, you can put it in your basket.
Yep.
And just dip them and eat them with one hand.
Just kind of go.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Makes sense.
Now, a sauce on a tendy is delightful, but that's the beauty part of the tendy. You can go bear. You can raw dog that tendy.
I don't like a bear tendy.
Really?
No, I need to.
You're not a dry guy, huh?
No, I need honey mustard.
Well,
I love honey mustard.
Well, it's an elite sauce.
Yeah.
But still, look, I'm not.
A good tendy stands up by itself.
If you have an elite tendy, you want sauce, but you don't need sauce.
Yeah, this goes back to my chicken is kind of mid take. It doesn't do anything for me unless I have a good dipping sauce. So they're saying that this is not out yet, although there are some locations in the Chicago area. Steven, you could fly to Chicago tomorrow and get you some chicken tendies.
Yeah, I'm out tomorrow then.
There is a nationwide launch expected soon.
This is, by the way, Costco, it's a good move. Because most of the time I go to Costco, you don't get me. You might get me for a hot dog once in a blue moon, but I'll tell you what. You give me some tendies, you're getting me.
This is strong.
Yeah.
Because it for the kids, too.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Everyone loves it.
Everyone loves it. So according to a review on the takeout, Costco is definitely not skimping on the portion sizes. The review describes the chicken strips as absolutely enormous. The entire serving, including the huge tub of sauce, is enormous. Physically heavy. Delish.com reports that the strips contain 1,640 calories.
All right.
That's it. I'm out now.
Which has sparked mixed reaction among Costco fans. Some shoppers are intrigued, but others are criticizing the high calorie count.
Well, split them with someone and you can eat 3 each.
I need all 6, Sook.
They're 5.
Oh, sorry. I need all 5.
I want. You
know there's going to be some fatty that gets a double order.
That's the thing, too. Dude, you're at Costco and you're eating and you're worried about calories. It's like the person I see at the bar that's ordering, they're ordering cocktails based on a caloric count. Really? We're going to be here drinking all night and you're concerned about the high caloric count of your whiskey sour. So you've decided to switch to vodka. Oh, get out of here.
I can see where it's like, especially like a family, they order 2 for like the kids and everybody, and they eat like 4 combined, and then there's 6 left over. It's like, I gotta eat them all. I don't want to waste money.
Tendies are so good. It's an elite. The tendy is elite.
Well, I'll tell you what, $7. You can't get anything for $7. Can you eat a meal for $7 anywhere?
No.
Not even at like fast food.
And tendies are expensive too. Like you go to a place and you order like chicken tenders, everything like beef, chicken, it's all super. There's no one that's offering big a 5-piece tender for $6.99. Like go to Popeyes sometime and get their like 6-piece tender. You're in it for $20. Now all I'm thinking about is tenders. I want some freaking tendies.
Well, they're delightful. So be on the lookout.
With a nice honey mustard. Controversial statement. Honey mustard, better than barbecue.
Ooh. I agree. But it depends on the food. I would tend to agree with you. Like, if one had to be eliminated, ooh, that's tough.
See, I would get rid of honey mustard.
Yeah, if one had to be, that's a bad way to say it, because you're right. If one had to be eliminated, it has to be honey mustard.
But I'm talking.
We can't lose barbecue sauce.
No, but I'm just talking tendies.
Yeah, on tendies.
See, I'd rather have barbecue sauce. I'm not a big honey mustard guy, but that's just me.
I'm not talking about like because barbecue sauce I can go into lots of different stuff, but if we're just going tendies,
yeah, honey mustard greater than barbecue, no question.
Yeah,
that's not even a debate. As a matter of fact, I've always been a little weirded out that they gave you barbecue sauce with chicken tendies.
Yeah.
Give me the ranch. Give me the honey mustard.
Yeah. By the way,
I'm good.
If you're looking for the best chicken strip in Portland, reel them in. Reel them in Tavern. Hands down. And by the way, you can get, like, they give you like a pound of chicken tendies. Now, you may wait an hour to get it, but that's why you drink while you're there. Reel them in Tavern on Division. Best chicken tendy in Portland, hands down.
Now, would you go? If you're strolling through Costco, would you go chicken tendies or just pay the $1.50 for the hot dog?
No, tendies, and I'm roaming.
Not even close.
No, tendies.
All right, that's it. Good little Monday show. We're back tomorrow, 3 to 7 on the Fan. Good night.